The Bank of Ghana, in collaboration with Universal Hospitals Group, UHE, a Ghanaian turnkey hospitals provider, have successfully built Ghana's first e-smart hospital in the leafy suburbs of East Cantonment. This hospital will transform the way hospitals will be built in Ghana for the future. Key structural components of the bank hospital include the main clinical building, the hospital, and the ancillary block, which is the administrative building, serviced with parking spaces for staff and visitors. The bank hospital has 2 security gatehouses. Contributing to the successful running of operations will be the waste management treatment plant, the energy farm, housing 2 800 kVA generators and a 1600 kVA transformer. The bank hospital has over 70 admittable beds throughout the building, offering first-class service to all patients, which include an ambulance service and a bus bay just outside the hospital. The landscaping around the hospital is designed to help patients therapeutically. This state-of-the-art building has 5 floors, which also include a basement and a rooftop. The hospital complex houses an adjacent building for administrative purposes and other functions that contribute towards the running of a successful operational hospital. Each floor of the hospital has something unique and different to bring on board. This ultra-modern hospital features an antibacterial flooring material, maintaining high levels of hygiene, keeping patients free from infections. Signages throughout the hospital keep patients and visitors informed of their locations at all times. The basement contains workshops for the following departments: mechanical, biomedical, electrical, carpentry, and ICT storage. The basement is also home to the medical gas plant, which produces excess gas that can be sold to other hospitals across the country. The basement also includes a security room, bulk stores, and a fire pump station. The manifold room is where the backup supply of medical gas is kept for the hospital. From the entrance of the building, the hospital offers a bright, modern open reception with comfortable waiting areas for all patients and visitors, as well as a VIP waiting lounge. Facilities on the ground floor include treatment and consulting rooms, an outpatient department (OPD), pharmacy, which has a main dispensary, bulk storage, preparation room, and a control room. The A&E department contains of a triage, resuscitation, ICU, and 3 wards within the A&E. The A&E also has a security unit. This is a unique feature to this hospital. The radiology department, also known as the imaging or diagnostic department, can also be found on the ground floor. The radiology department provides X-ray services, which are captured in real time. This department also has a fluoroscopy and a 128 slices CT scanner. Other features found on the ground floor are the data room, 4 lifts, and domestic utilities facilities, which can also be found in every ward throughout the hospital. A cashier unit and an ATM can also be located on this floor. The first floor includes a hospital suite. This functional space can be found on all floors. The departments on the first floor are equipped with an ENT consulting and treatment rooms, audiology, and waiting area. The eye clinic has its very own consulting and treatment rooms, lensing and glazing with the CO2 laser, which is the only one in the country, and an optical shop. This floor also houses the urology department with consulting and examination rooms. The maternity wards, also known as the Obs and Gynae ward, has a nurses station which is visible on all wards throughout the hospital, and a NICU ward for premature babies. The surgical department can also. The 4th floor has its own VVIP and executive wards with rooms that look like a 5-star hotel with correspondent care and services. This floor also houses the miscellaneous diagnostic area, which installs the following units: endoscopy, ultrasound, ECG and EEG. On this floor is the kitchen and staff canteen areas. The hospital training room can also be found on this floor. This is a multi-purpose conference facility which comes with an audiovisual room. 2 smaller meeting rooms can also be found on this floor, as well as a library and the main security control room for the hospital. The rooftop holds the hospital's technical outdoor units, such as the solar panels, air conditioning, LPG gas system, refuse chute system, water treatment plant, 2 smaller storerooms, and a bigger general storage area. Connecting to the main building, as mentioned previously, is the ancillary block, known as the administrative building, where there is a public eatery and parking bay for staff. The first floor of the ancillary building is home to the medical waste and sterile room, known as the ECODAS. There are 2 offices and a changing room found in this department. The holding bay has 2 cold rooms. This unit also has an office and waiting area. The laundry room can also be found on this floor. The second floor is home to the medical director's office and other administrative offices. The third floor has the office of the CEO of the hospital and
Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti gara furu kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakachira katabin say you wati unkensen. Kwabena kejagu.
Accra 100.5 Citizen Show Wednesday afternoon. Yama munyina aha yama mo akwaba. Baby bia wo bia no enim se waye krado se enne oni e be adwuma. But anase ne be no. Se ne be no. Piatu mame. And say hey, Forsen Ansah join Shukura Sani Akime Martin Smart. Thank you. And ye be buye mu agu omo so sa ye be bu na bujen sa ye be same. All right, so Alhaji Jibro from Jata Cement. Jata Cement yeah company. Baba Nyame Isra Ora Ibrahim Mahama Baba and now so yeah a Jata Cement 24 back birthday and we invite Asoko we invite here Isro Ojashi Nyame advice say Kofi Jokpa is here with us on Facebook. All right, so that's it. Let's go. All right, so that's it. Yanante, me yeah radio nyina seso. Me ni musicians enya encounter say that. Yeah, in my life, me who be that. Uni me yeah radio nyina enema mienu a like one radio mu asika wo mu a menya bi da. Payo ena sole da. So me started okay, so Love FM I'm starting newsroom. Love FM newsroom no. Oh my manko fast story da. No, be honest, my manko fast story da. Say no mo ferry me. Say dear you. Na me ne Samson Ladi ayenin na ne wo newsroom. Me obia mamia obia answer my manko fa story da. Nti me woni say sole say ye ko program na 50 cedis, 100 cedis, 200 me who be that. No. Payo me who payo da. Say nyom no ya me de na motivate me. I just play it and enjoy it like I'm enjoying it in my car. Also there be a udi hu sika no untimi nyem free mu. But when it hits you and it's nice, you do it in your own way. So enjoy. Join us online. Mercy Ochwe is here. On your Facebook page. But when you are joining us, so our YouTube page, on our Accra YouTube page, then we have a Kwabena Bobie Ansah YouTube page. When you are joining us, now, Mami ni money come be a quick one. Mami Musa has a cost of living, to say. But before that, an amable a year yintem. Me rafon mabo bonentem. CMG Sika Achedie. CMG Sika Achedie. A star 413. Star 413. And amabo bonentem pa. And run nipo bear 4 near Trinity. Men wasted time. Ne mama can't say. And no. Men wasted time. Star 413 hash. Yam fanante. But Mami Mbusa this simple question. Cost of living. Cost of living. That is saying. Talk to me. So Kwame, almost on to terrorism on Fatua Mami. Just watch this. Tikai or Donko. I take him, bro. Thank you so much. Okay, so cost of living. And so I will use and Kania Wutia Adriania Otto rent. Talk to me. What is happening to you? Yes, you see, Obi Musa Bani say, and Kania Buono, why? Why? Somebody should ask Akufo-Addo why? Just because when we are seeking in and after chopping the money, you went to the IMF, they have given you a year conditions via water and electricity tariffs to go up from 1st September. Why? The ordinary Ghanaian aduane water. Go to the market. Jenny, tomatoes. It's getting scary. I'm scared. Especially youth. Rent. Rent is getting scary. Now, just look at Amaya inflation, say Medemana. All right, so for you not to Amame. Ghana, for just quick 5 minutes. Watch this. Yenyina ni ebobra. Burkina, they have their own issues with Islamist attacks. Mali, they say Niger. Apart from say coup, SCR 3 countries, they are battling terrorists attacks each and every day. Ghana, yes, terrorist threats no but we haven't gotten to the level like Niger, Burkina, Mali. Check our inflation. 43.1%. Mali is doing 2.2%. Niger is doing 1.6%. Burkina is doing 14%. And your Facebook page, into me a retrieve. Check this. Yen na COVID no be hit ye. Check this. It's sad. It's really sad. So man we at me about bedru baby a edri. Cost of living. Me mama for just 10 minutes. Talk to me. Say yes, ya ba tun kania bom, ya be tun suo buomu. Talk to me. 10 minutes. 0302208090. Enemen kasa. Then you turn back and you tell the people, you be breaking the 8. Talk to me. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Unim bibi.
Catch me.
Me amiti mini obiara yesu kwa na FM. Masuma obia sani mi sika 4 million. Se mi koto duani bedi ni eduro no. Mantimi ato duro no duani so ya timi ato problemi. 4 million na fa.
Wow.
Ena mi di ti he you.
4 million and me and 12 drew.
Mi si 4 million ye di ko jom enamu po enamu baku mi sa ye namu mi sa pe 600 titi ye dia sesi aye ni itinu titi sikana le yebo papa mi ti e kon mi o e kon ene timi nanu mu rafui ma bossa ye sere mikra wo fie se ye tro timi ja ye nam siu mami ye se bia me mi ti u bi sa mi vete gana klami nyama
And Rafa no intro. Unfortunately, no, I have no control over it. I wish I have control over it. Enka me ye be amount, mommy.
Oh,
It's yeah, ahometi.
Papa,
It's so sad. It's so sad.
You been moody, bread.
So sad.
You.
It's so sad. All right, may I say, hello. Pacho, from so free.
Pacho, you tell me, Joe, I shall man over two.
Young Kasa Joe.
Make us free, I shall man.
Young Kasa.
Bobie, me see a cost of living in the year better 170 a matter. And yeah, no. I'm more full time we are still at the party better radio so every 20 by we are matter. Yeah, bre. Me can't tell you to about 3 days.
13 days.
Nyama ya kusa. It's a like the estimate abusa betumu. What are the estimates ya? It's abusa betu. It's a damn portion of Upete ya Ghana. Omukana yanki. Bobo mi ni bebre kan ti o de wa mi da because 70 make fu achire o mi da.
All right, okay. So now Adolis is watching you with your friend and your granddaughter Nana Ajewa, Washington State. All right, so Ejayasimu Washington. All right, Votia O2 says, "Will be a good afternoon. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Please wish her for me. Her name is Rosalind, popularly known as Sweet Baby. I love you and your show so much. Thank you, Votia O2 Desmond. And happy birthday. Advance one to Rosalind. Ochina any birthday. Hey, Tia, your guest one. Okay, hello.
Hello.
What's your first of free?
I'm John, my friend, Gigi.
John Yankasa.
Yeah, Bobie.
Talk to me.
Only me say me pe show no pa.
Yes, I know.
Me pe show no pa the way o kasado. Minya opportunity there one wo ankan me can check the o kanu. Bobie only me say ma to electricity bill.
Yeah.
And water.
Yeah.
And we fuel.
Yeah.
Iti papa we dey no o person ye wo Ghana.
Almost some dear call IMF. IMF say the omunya
ye no. We no mu ji ni IMF scar ko I saw my dey wi. Oma we dey na me ni ti ase o. Sa Reverend Matemu ni atofofo na mama time na omu kasa no. Omu wo.
Almost omu didi. So omu ye fami, omu ye fami. Omanya skanso egu omu bottom. But that is Sabani sisa. No munim no mbekasa. Bobie min donya mi me organize youth for na ya mapeke ke mamu. Na ya ko buomu. Omu ni subai. Omu no mu so omanu. Ghana penifo no mu ku omanu mu. Omu no mu so omanu. Penifo no omanya 80 years, 90 years no. Omu no mu so omanu. Omu pese ya youth for no. Your future very bright. All right. Okay.
Wait, Yakubu Betuamu Kawaba one.
Thank you. So cost of living. Hello.
Bobie.
Your brother free.
Collins near midway through Mamole Ewoganoff Municipal.
Now let's talk about cost of living.
Inia, share Ayaye Casembia, Bobie. Obi face sebi. ABN this position to your person by time. And you know, cost of living, Bobie, share in them say, Ubenu, Coco. And Kani. President Mahama, you're so above or your nipa, Sabi from so on. But last 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, Bobie, before what the man who got 2 cedi, who took sugar 1 cedi, no one told pan one as it could say, no one call baby, it no benum, cook, Bobie, at the 10 cedi. What to craft and say, and be out, who's Kuzu, 7 cedi. Dokun, you put a kumpo.
Ajuma now, tell me.
Me construction firm, me bought so. me a carpenter nipa Bobie share cost of living aye dene papa ni tonyame.
Okay, so almost for a day a day almost mark you say
150
Ghana cedis.
Yes and only daily mark I may see carpenter professional ones in America we are labor there and they are 120 but professional ones mason carpenters 150 a day. Imagine say we ye juma we be a kaswa when your contract there na say obi abefa by day. Share distance a woman wo dey ko we in and out. Net biane once penny biane kurabo bie 50 cedis. Net 350 cedis ni free 150 no. Aka 100 ti no free. Obe fia we busia so twen. It not just a single day ni there. We supply na the koye. So we koye no na watching so every day na hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. Na President Mahama. Ye chuma boy you to brought my Ghana now to opposition. Wo better take your muscle. And only to go once in the year to meet. Wo President Mahama.
All right.
Na na be we krano. Bobie Yakopo wo o ye ni bi bia o ni kwan so. Say your man pin na ko fa do abedio man pania he. Nka ye hu different between or no any President Mahama. Me da see.
Mr. That's my man picking me last two callers. Now, Sugar Lord says, let me check. Okay, so good show, boss. Cost of living is hell. Let me move. Hello,
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pacho. Frost free.
Pacho, Makasafri,
Ashaiman, okay, talk to me.
Bobie be babo kole.
Nyami Adum Boko.
Ohu ye pa de.
Good.
When Pacho me nya wo number. Serious ba me Makasafri important rating. Ba me wa shama tete.
Okay.
Nyama ne koto kana wonda enyo. Papa we option ku yo kana. We don't nyame. Ba ye voter rating for no get the landscape for. Se Mahama papa na de wa so this year we mu pa de ye voter rating for yempene. We don't nyame.
All right, thank you. Yemfa last caller. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But to watch.
Pacho say.
Wash me.
Okay, all right.
Me Pacho omo obuko to abama na nado. I was say obuko to jenim na mo bo pa ya fa boni so. Because if you can cost work Ghana o. Yeah, construction work. Who ko ene otina yen frau. Ska ubenya ena na obe yakutankola life. Etmen plan ene o ya. Oman pen is one no muto mu support na nado. They should go down on their knees and pray for forgiveness. That's it. Bye-bye.
Mr. Mendasi. So now we have gotten to a point using electricity, water. I bet to say, why you bunny? And they are punishing you. A young guy, a year where we school, or person attending home, a quatina nasi. A juma ben oye, when you say Eddie are rented dying. Unfortunately, the president is complaining about unemployment to us. Said the unemployment rate in Ghana is unacceptable. A year or no president no on peneso. Inti or hwese me nko frɛ ɛyɛ Rexoma na memfa ɛyɛ Bernard Bodan mo nka ho ne yɛ solve employment issue no unemployment issue every say president who unemployment na ne bu afu yɛn ohun unemployment na ne bu afu yɛn citizens no into a complaint say ɛyɛ very unacceptable. Na watu kwai 7 years na kufa dunia na watu kwai obaye emaburu nya adwuma nye enti ama last week ne bu afu pa yes emo akasa so oja o man ho koye no unemployment na doso nti afei no waba 7 years din afei en waba enti the all catch there no. Then we are talking about rent, we are talking about nsuo kanea food we are having issues ɛwɔ yɛ border so and other places. Now the point in this say onipa dasani wɔyɛ den atena sɛ Ghana ni. When the president ɛdane no no complaini ɛde akyerɛ yɛn Ghana for one hwɛ yie na obie wano a yɛsɛ penny wɔdedi penny atem. So it's okay. We'll just leave it like this. But it's so sad that the idea of Maya show nipa dasani a omami awo no 9 months atete no ewa abomosu chebi ya onim nyansa onim kwa ya ofa so wie sika onim nyansa woni trim odi wie sika but say nipa no onim nyansa woni trim say ade bi wo aye nka nkyere omanfo wo ye pani a don't say it 7 years ni no eye ne so oti opposition oni futufo ode nkola abunum ne twa no ho hia ye omusuro no akọ ni abrewai maami wo ka de di onima ne besene mienko asa. So yeah, we will just take it like that and leave it. But I'm so sad that the president is complaining to us. Say Bernard Mona any derkeje no enko fixe unemployment no buy no ne buafu 7 years no ni Ghana ha senko ha anko solve ni nyina na san say oni ho na odi gya yen say yen mpanyuma ema nkrofo no nti ne buafu efiri say e listo we ne ko gu banks ni nyina na sia na mete say listo we ne gu banks ni nyina atutum akoto nsafo na gu baabi any I see a friend say microfinance yi so same jamfi na agu ni nyina ono nti ofa porter say Bernard Bona na akopam krofo nyina free port no atotum na waka chom so muntua taxes soso ewo port enya ono de enya ono de wa dey enya ono sa GN Bank sika ni nyina na nkrofo de adwuma no wo derkeje ho nti enye kufuado a nti o complain say unemployment is unacceptable nti ye mebie banks no ya radio stations ya me na me gu no say radio station na ya gu no mia Bobie me na me gu ni nyina to asime nsam bie na nkrofo nya adwuma nye wan hwe ye na bie wano waka say na waka so mo dam we mami ntwa so Agrex akwaba
just me na Bobie
boko de
boko kaba
arise
Save Ghana now.
Arise!
Save Ghana now.
Arise!
Save Ghana now.
Arise!
Or never.
Thank you.
Kwabena, you are hereby called on the table of Arise Ghana. On this program, you cannot call him Rex. You must adhere to the tenant.
Oh, say there be afena ye babe introduction.
He is henceforth called the president.
The president. Safena ye babe convener.
And common from him.
Thank you.
I'm the porter.
You are the porter. Meso, when I'm your keeper.
Hey, our chief farmer is here.
Eja Bernard, akwaba. Father Bernard. Boko there.
Commander.
Bibi aboko.
Enye boko sao.
Sao. Enye boko kra.
The nyansafo no omasa e wo Ghana mo.
Asemo.
Nyansafo mo wahi. This year no.
It's sad.
What is the opposite of nyansafo?
You can say. Boo, Akomunkwa.
Popular stand.
But Meka was
the last one.
Yeah.
Of the level of ignorance but madness came from Stephen Adai, and I have refused to call him professor any longer, because when Obia Wako School ye nyina yetimi abon some amount say why ye be now obey or painful. And when you speak, it's like somebody is belching out. So in belching. It doesn't elicit, say, we should give you the same respect and reverence. Nanka yade mauno. Papa, you see, at the height of recklessness, you should call for the resignation of the governor of the Bank of Ghana and any deputies. Now say, oh, you sir, naturally say you have collapsed and brought low esteem into the central bank. You didn't hear him?
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I did.
I can't believe this.
Yes. Until the opposition have been reckless, calling on reckless and irresponsible. Say they will call for NIPA Wadika Ediabra Central Bank. And I say this with pain because Stephen Adai know him. He's not a common person. Unim say Professor Mills' office no buy na man say Uncle Jimpa, Uncle Rani Jimpa.
Yeah.
It was Professor Mills who agreed that he should come and lead Jimpa at the time when he thought it was impossible. Sound-mindedness and emao ebeye ejuma wa Jimpa, and you end your name. Wakwesi school no krampa wakwesi, and that's why I'm saying that it pained me. Sa school na wakwesi no it's a boarding school. Unim sa. Say papa yi ebebie na anu a. No say we should scrap the boarding system. Okay, I know.
Ni school no I say.
I've forgotten the name of the school, but you can just Google it for me.
Anyway.
He said that we should scrap the public boarding system because it's imposing more economic hardship and difficulties on them. So, okay, say the school people, no, I say omunye eduane ND. I say scrap the boarding system because it's expensive.
But on school near boarding.
Yes, and this man is a professor. And then he thinks that by scrapping boarding system, no, that means quality education. You know, that's why I said I'm unable to call him professor, but I'll tell him he's Stephen Adai so that we can be at the same level. Now, if you have a governor, and Bobie way as simple, the Bank of Ghana is a lender of last resort. So, sir.
Yeah.
Now, say lender of last resort. Naturally, say banks now more or my munu. So, musika esa na amount for epe musika efi banks no ha. The banks now run to the central bank. Then the central bank will liquefy them. What do you say?
Yeah.
You inject liquidity into the commercial and development banks so that they'll be able to meet their obligations to their customers. Sesiano, the Bank of Ghana, Omudika, they are in debt. They are not solvent. Nipa na omoma ye could do baby ye was Sesiano. Yes, you ni mejuma. Then you say that if we remove them, it will bring crisis to the banking sector.
Meanwhile, they have created crisis for the bank already.
It is their presence that has created the crisis. And you don't know that the best way to cure the crisis is to remove them. Now,
what do you what's your catty? Enobaye no. Eno be a truth say spray wo mu you mu free wo me yin akate no afu no asebese. But akate no so dey say afu no.
I don't understand. And this is coming from Stephen Adai. Yes, a professor.
Madness.
You understand? This is no more ignorance. It's madness. Say you have partisan bigots. Now, omubi omanoa. They want us. Look, Bank of Ghana say, omo building no. Baby a ewo.
Yeah.
Almost is earthquake prone. That is why they need a new headquarters.
Yes.
Ghana School of Law wo ho. Mokola Market, the biggest market, ewo ho. Yeah. Ghana Commercial Bank ewo office kesiye wo ho.
Yeah.
Ansah Bank office kɛseɛ wɔ hɔ.
I think the Supreme Court also.
Post office wɔ hɔ.
The Supreme Court
the
is closer.
Supreme Court is just there. The Economic and Organized Crime Office wɔ hɔ. In fact, Oba yɛwɔ Shraj office wɔ hɔ. Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park wɔ hɔ. So it is only Bank of Ghana that is earthquake susceptible. Inti enunkwa na ebeyi. Ye nyina yenu say Accra in its totality is the epicenter of earthquakes in Ghana. Nka enu na eya adwin a omodi ba besi Bank of Ghana fofra nka omomfa nkwa sankana ana Kintampo kurampo ya. Because Kintampo is seen to be the center.
But I am say omama a explanation to that project.
I am coming.
And they have given the background.
Don't worry.
To that project.
If you don't read, Bobie, your own kind.
Okay, so
if you read the background, you even get more agitated.
So I'm just telling you that they have given.
And America say you should be more agitated and not to try to re-echo the silliness that they have provided.
Like what?
One, almost see they conceived the idea in the year 2019. And yes, sir. 2019 now, almost conceived the idea no. 2020, and now, almost year then. Almost share says almost Babes in Nay.
Almost say I die school near friend Ghana Christian International High School.
Christian.
Now, when I tell you that Christianity and religion is part of the problems of this country, you think I'm kidding. Because from independence, Kwame Nkrumah was a Christian. Up to date, religious influences. If this is the kind of doctrine Christianity and Islam has left for us, religion has done us more harm than good. Because everybody, they either swear by the Bible or the Quran. And yes, sir?
Yes.
Most of the people, in worst cases, no matter for cross. Either Bible, Quran, or the cross. Obi anko swear by the gods of Sankana.
So, Musuru.
They will not.
They
Kalibi is the biggest gods you're dating in Sankana. Go and swear by it.
They dare not.
Go and swear by the rain and see whether thunder will not strike you. But as for Quran, you can swear with it and go and sleep with your brother's wife and nothing will happen. You can take the Bible and swear and go and sleep with your father's wife, nothing will happen. Go and swear by the deities and do this. So Christianity, what's your friend saying?
Ghana Christianity.
And so if Christianity produces the like of Stephen Adai, don't you think that Christianity...
Ghana Christian International High School.
Christianity produces the likes of Stephen Adai, who cannot stand to the test of Christianity, then it means that Christianity is a problem. A major problem. It is not that in the days of the old Bible by say, close our eyes and let's pray. And you be a nim. Now you get a Bible. No mafa ya assassino la assassino. They took the land, they took our wealth, and left the Bible with us. And here we are shouting, hallelujah, praise God. Have you seen that in China they do hallelujah, praise God? Or India they do hallelujah, praise God? Are they not developed? We are here talking about being a Christian nation, a Muslim nation. So, in fact, one of the problems that probably we need to confront is the root. Because we are using these things to deceive ourselves too much. But on a more critical note,
yeah,
when the governor comes to tell you that maybe our headquarters is earthquake prone. Now, I've counted, you can count, there's even a school there. Prince, there is a school around that place, Baden Power Hall. There is a school there. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Then the next excuse and they say, oh, we want to establish it to look like the one in Abuja and the one in Senegal, Dakar. So that say West Africa eba befa currency, one common currency, Ghana can bid for the headquarters of that currency.
Can you imagine?
Oh, you have not heard that argument. So it is about buildings. It is not about the quality of the human beings that will be there. That is the rationale for which we have to put this money. In any case, sure, you will start and conceive idea 2019.
No, but I heard them saying, and even I read tweet me from Ahiagba, that NDC administration has some pass as they that project. But I haven't heard the NDC rebuttal on it.
That one.
Forgive me, correct me.
That one on itself. Look, the crux of the matter is, Obian Kasema Munsi head office. In everything, there is an appointed time. Okay? First and foremost, the issue is head office no musino is highly overinflated. And at the timing now, omudisi
wrong.
Wrong because even if, let's even assume say they started having the idea in 2019 and 2020, almost that year. 2020 there was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
This same Bank of Ghana governor, Ebe Kachire say, Bank of Ghana was not set up to make profit, so as to justify almost 60.8 billion now. Omabokano. So they were not set up to make profit, but they were set up to lose money.
Yeah.
No problem. Then this same Bank of Ghana governor, Ansah Kachire say, oh, 2014, 2015, thereabout, they made profit. And be no mudi si omo office. The question maybe Sane say 2019, 2020, what was the debt to GDP ratio in this country? If Bank of Ghana is the central bank, that's a Minister of Finance asia. That's a Minister of Finance the be more approvals to build that project now. Sad time no na Ghana e kase na amene yen na ye debt a friend say to GDP ratio enye sustainable. Those were the days na even World Bank kra 1 year say ye bosia na California tanam da bia Eurobond because of the obenyanti no. We were being warned. And out of arrogance, it's a click. Those days, you were able to raise $250 million. So the question office was even approved as credit amount of project is starting $81 million.
Yeah.
That is. I can read it here. It's here. It started from $81 million. And now, variation. And I call 121 million plus 121 point something $million. That's
so hold on. Bank of Ghana new office it started with $81 million.
Approved by the Public Procurement Authority.
Which year?
That is 2020. 4th September. There's a letter here. 4th September 2020. I can read it to you because I'm reading in a bewa.
Okay.
At the emergency sitting on Friday, 28 August 2020, the committee reviewed.
Okay, President, send me a copy so that we can put it here and read it. So send me a copy. So right send me a copy.
Let me send you a copy right now.
Yeah, send me a copy.
It's a semna ye kano enye fedi agrosem. Kwabena ma send this here.
All right. Okay. So
Okay. At the emergency sitting on Friday, 28 August 2020, the committee reviewed with satisfaction the BOG's revised evaluation report, but noted that the recommended award figure of 121.078.517.994 substantially exceeded the Public Procurement Authority approval estimated amount of 81.882.640.00. BOG was subsequently requested to provide justification for the recommended award amount in relation to the approved amount by PPA. So, as at 2020, no, this is what PPA was telling them. What you say? So, at the end from 81, my jump up 121, $40 million difference. After the young monka come in here, must spend 222 point something million and no cramo say assassin. What is going on in this country?
Okay, so members, we are going to deal with two issues: the actuals of Bank of Ghana, and losses. One issue. The building no issue, no, so another separate issue. So that a man for me at TSC and they will appreciate why as a Ghana for Haiti Street. But before that, no quick one, I have the T Central Tender Review Committee document you just sent me, and I have it on our Facebook page here, Ministry of Finance. So construction of new corporate office complex, and this letter is dated 4th September 2020. Almost from the 10 key project. 10 key project. Okay, so please refer to the letter number blah 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 and dated 4th September 2020, which was submitted on the above subject. Yeah.
For the sake of your listeners, no 10 key project ni me say. Oma contract and contract now. Obey the BBA we come so do keep baba show nsem.
Okay.
That's a 10 key. So it's not what the money we are to completion. No, I hand over key amount. And okay. 10 key projects. Yes.
All right, thank you. So that's point 2. Was it the committee reviewed the Bank of Ghana's evaluation report at the emergency sitting on Wednesday, 12 August 2020. In a letter dated 12 August 2020, the committee noted that issues of capacity used for the disqualification of measures Man Enterprise Ghana Limited contradicted the basis for the shortlisting and approval of the tender to participate in the restrictive tender. Also, variances in technical scoring by the evaluation on experience, turnover, personnel, and equipment requirements suggested the use of subjective sub-criteria for the evaluation of proposals, among others. So, even with the contract, there were issues.
There is a whole issue.
There were issues, right?
Yes.
There were issues, right?
A lot of issues.
Because what I'll tell you,
yes.
So even on the contract,
in the tender and everything, there were issues.
There were issues.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so at the emergency sitting on Friday, 28th August, not just somewhere year 12 of the year, no. And 28th August 2020, the committee reviewed with satisfaction the Bank of Ghana's revised evaluation report, but noted that the recommended award figure of 121 million substantially exceeded the Public Procurement Authority approved estimated amount. Okay, so let me pick it. At the emergency sitting on Friday, 28th August, the committee reviewed with satisfaction the BOG's revised evaluation report, but noted that the recommended award figure of $121 million substantially exceeded the Public Procurement Authority, that is PPA, approved estimated amount of 81 million. Oh, okay. So initially it was 81. Then about 121. But the 121 is of the Parliament.
Is
that the issue?
Yes, I'm the call Parliament. And no crown away friends say PPA they were satisfied, but almost who say the already approved 81 million has been substantially the friends say increased. And may send Kwabena may send Bibi no I send to another one. So you see.
Anyway, and then me. Okay, so 81, and as I said, because as a BOG was subsequently requested to provide justification for the recommended award amount in relation to the approved amount by the PPA. So, almost the justification, okay, and now man found
justification. Say because na say nkokra say the tosun sunye. I say fully from 121 to.
But point 4, my main point 4, so based on the documentation presented to the committee, concurrent approval is hereby guaranteed Bank of Ghana to engage the recommended tenderer, Messrs. Gold Key Properties Limited, at the contract price of 121 million dollar for completion in 28 months. So Bank of Ghana will now proceed with the remaining procurement processes by giving notice of acceptance and signing a contract within the stipulated period. provided for in section blah blah blah.
Now, send for better ma send the second one.
Okay, so let me pick out. And now we are strictly dealing with building the issue.
Let's
deal about the losses. Okay, so let's what's the second one? Hey, okay, okay. Odi kemuasem, memo di atoso. Second one kemuasem today. Tell us.
Second one, no. Your friend is say this was also dated 5th January 2023. Yeah, 5th January 2023. What's it?
Okay, second one no. Abba. So my pick it. My pick it. Second one, you're also from Finance Ministry, right? Mebwa?
Yes, Finance Ministry, yes.
Okay, so construction of corporate headquarters at South Ridge, Accra, variation. Okay, so more ye Facebook page, mbetnya pick documents so that obi also betnya share near hu adia air koso in relation to building no building asset na say you deal with. You no documents near ye hu adwuma. So mo betmi apeke the documents and work on it. All right. Many mama monya shiwaina kutubi kwebu akwa. The law says Addison is a criminal and a corrupt person. Okay, so Addison. Now there's the second letter. Yeah, there are 3 pages here. I'll say construction of corporate headquarters at South Ridge. Please refer to the letter so it goes on and on. Now, point 2. The committee reviewed the Bank of Ghana's variation request at the 17th emergency sitting on Thursday, 29 December 2022. In a letter dated 30th December 2022, the committee communicated concerns to BOG, which was responded to in a letter dated 5th January 2022. Following a review of the response, the committee noted that the issues raised remained unsatisfactorily addressed. BOG was accordingly invited to a clarification meeting and was subsequently requested to submit the original contract document, design proposals, differences in scope of works, and other relevant documentation on the project to facilitate the review of the request. Now, point 3, at the 21st emergency meeting on Tuesday, 17th January 2022, the committee... 2023, sorry. The committee reviewed the documentation submitted by BOG and noted the following. 1. Inadequate project design conception and preparation of the original contract. 2. If I not what breaking down my inadequate project design conception and preparation of the original contract. Meaning what?
It means the total project, it's inadequately the design conception is inadequate. So as a OKC project, without why we need the opposite way. So what I say, any your friend is saying.
So the first design of the choir, any sika because the design determines how much.
Exactly. Any sika new friend say design normally banner. It's like the whole thing is not structured.
Point 2, entirely new scope in design for the revised project. Point 3, revised scope of works has already commenced prior to seeking approval from the CTRC.
Hold on. Some new design, new variations, no more. Starting before approval of the Central Committee, Central Review Committee.
Okay.
So instead of say, go through the processes. Emma Central Review Committee of Ministry of Finance, more approval already. You see, 2021 variation from 81 million to 121 million. They are not satisfied because yet almost started. Okay.
Point 5. No detailed project milestones identified as benchmark for payment under the project to protect Bank of Ghana against any risk of financial exposure. Then last point, unit cost of revised scope of works is competitive with unit cost of similar projects on the market. So they have given us some figures here. And the last, the fourth bullet point says, the committee thereby advises Bank of Ghana to adhere to the requirements of a comprehensive design preparations and procurement approvals for projects of such nature. That is the design and building. To avoid huge variation costs in future procurements, Bank of Ghana is further advised to develop detailed project milestones as benchmark for payments under the project. So this one is another year the same. I think the last one, the information behind said that in
green with the honor.
Okay.
Project Tane free 81 million. I hear variation a call.
Okay. All right. So let me read that one. Say, in view of the stage of the project and reasonableness of the unit cost, the committee grants concurrent approval for the revised scope of works as a contract amount of 220,799,760 million US dollars and 55 something. So in all, $280 million.
Ebane say na project I started from 81 million. Within some conceivable idea in 2019.
Yeah.
So 2020 thereabout. Project was 81 million. Then I jump variation, boom, 221 million. Then I jump say boom, 200 and something million. I mean, dollars. So yes, the assembly account here. Dollars. You know, so Kwabena, and your money be over. Yeah, layman, me lawyer, and I mean a finance person. But as an ordinary streetwise entrepreneur, no, this smacks corruption.
Thievery and not corruption.
I can say, you see, and we are talking about Bank of Ghana, almost Bokau. Bank of Ghana, almost Bekachi, Soma Boka 60.8 billion. Already a day, almost Bekase, almost flato, a friend is say, a public procurement, a friend say rules be. But it's what this letter is telling us is different. My main country and crop for a quiet fast when you are let away. Bank of Ghana for Nankasa. Yeah. Almost more crumpets on my BB. And thank God of the friends say freedom to friends say right to information bill. I don't know how could you tell black one. Through that thing, Odinya this information. A Bank of Ghana can we yes and Canada. What is going on in this country? It's your same na can say no. It's like a nyefe diagrosem. And if Osha said, Baumiana, ye head of economic management team. No, Namuchiche Sikate said, the chocolate.
Oh, and two batches on the Bank of Ghana, Sikana.
Of course. Nascano, to me, a country say, okay, 60.8 billion. No, a year boom one day, all quite scanning. And I say, a year and Kakran. It's a year and Kakran no. Addison, any board members in an woman who said, what mulu susika. Addison Bekachre said, O Trasikam at the Borgana buying Bosnia because during COVID time. O Boomrasu Tresica at the Borgana buying Bosnia. Sabi Yenina yet yen said, Matis say, yes, about Mianam Chiche 20,000 to delegates. Delegates, one would do some year, friends, over 900. Now, more be 20 minutes. And yes, it come out anyway. Say, no, one minister called to me some millions of dollars to go fee. Now, President, sorry, I catch and so me. There was a password resign because me say you be exonerated. Can you imagine? Kwabena, you was somebody poor. Ghana for you was somebody poor. I'm telling you.
I will come back to you. Mami got Derek J. So now my balance to her. So Derek, a member of Arise Ghana. And a social commentator. But Derek, so you're dealing with two issues here. The losses issue. But these are new revelations from Bank of Ghana headquarters. You see headquarters. The amount involved. Already know a year as you fear you shouldn't den. And that say Busia Penny see a year of fear crowd years you could talk up no. Na ya be twi e ofie abusuapani so no peka am no atwi nti aye ofie o aye di fie o ye ko to calm no, but this is the situation.
I am here say a year na a comparison because
kafra be bi da woda so kafra
because menya ka betoka. Anyway, that's on a lighter note. Ka issues no ka in subsequent we ebeko ko 3 because there's a larger issue of the economy.
Yes, yeah, be also.
Me ka say subsequently going forward.
Yeah, going forward
in your deliberations because economy is run mostly by Bank of Ghana and the finance ministry. And the pain and anguish Ghana for Ghana for a woman if you conform me and now on multi how do you call it, the head of the economic management team, that's Bobie. So 3 people and now all this suffering in Ghana no eginomos na okay ɛdan no ho asɛm no na ɛdan ɛnsɛn wi mu ɛyɛ skyscraper mo de ba esifam asase no yɛnka ho asɛm na onim sɛ asase no de me ma mo mfa no kwa asase no mo tɔ na ben mo tɔ ne na hɔ ɛna ho anek teska no eska do sen
na de na onim fa asase no ho a yɛnim
me say director of finance our Bank of Ghana no bra obi interview no obi sa skasem no efa nyama ne ho no odwane off the line first no see onim and I say how can you say you don't know anything about such a big project? You are sebi Bank of Ghana na nye baby keke o a very serious institution sebi ngofo more banks and finance companies no omo ni omo nyama yet men's gold na mo an anya mo djuma ye no say nye BNI na beka ho asem Bank of Ghana. Yeah. And they have an inspectorate division now around checking for nature so omunim senia how to deal with various things. You understand?
Yeah.
So for the Bank of Ghana, sebi wa wo hwe nkofo so no ntumi hwe wo ho so a ebe den no akohwe nkofo aka se mo hwe wo ho so yentimi close down. They have lost that thing. Number 2, and they say the quantum of money involved. In fact, the loss no that 60 billion no dodo send e be call IMF dey no sorry IMF dey no dodo send be aska no IMF ahina ye je omo dey save Ghana no omo say so manya 3 billion na just say Ghana egu anamwa ye nya 3 billion na Ghana egu enti say we nya 3 billion that's dollars billion ever say dollar no ever say Ghana ye enti akwa 10:1 na just say 3 times 10 30 billion. Anyasa. Na se obi se we wio so ayere so ahye no whatever it is no so we wave just say ono yamfa na say NC so o se o de na na so o se ko ahemfia o hene betuna ka se o de na esi asem bi so nti yanka ho asem bi sa na Bank of Ghana governor no ohun na ho se o yo hene pon e wo Ghana nti o de na esi so me yanka ho asem etwem is gone parliament kra enti nka ho asem me wan block parliament abani o by law, by Bank of Ghana, now the laws are established. And then Mrafa Ghana Sika into 200. Now, say we Ghana that's the budget, and I say finance, and now say what tra a certain threshold, and I say, I can't say which threshold would Pepensubia, I say 1. Governor no unknown to be in parliament. Parliament doesn't to be friend directly unless through the sector minister that is responsible for finance and related issues. That's finance minister. There's so no by law no about finance minister money. Now finance minister also about parliament money. Then plans are my egu that's the finance minister. That's government. I egu our bet CC problem na ba no. Omo de egu kwam e parliament. Now Ansah na nyame we nyina be si no. I said 3-member committee be Asia. That's finance minister. He's in charge of policy na our fiscal policy and our monetary policy.
Yeah.
And the chairman Bank of Ghana and government and finance minister on that side. Then the head of the economic management team, in Ansah, Governor Addison, Minister of Furiata, and vice president, aspiring president or candidate or flag bearer or running whatever it is no. Or no, government say you. Inti Ghana ni bia onam krom awa brochi ano in fact you ever no cry no if you are in pain if you are suffering no nkofo mi say kai omudi biomu Governor Addison Kenofriata anywhere. Baumia, Omuna, Omoye, the source of this pain. And Omo Bumraso, Sabu Bumraswa, you've acted unlawfully, illegally, and in this instance, no, criminally. Because there is a crime that has been occasioned, though, and there's been concealment of crime. Crime no has been occasioned and concealment. So you were aiding, abetment, you were conspiracy. That's what charges need to be. But I know no, you be lawyers no nengo for on person court. Say see no a civil society organizations no. Yeah, na say ekaya dwe eboma. You say enkoyi. Wetie money for akasa, wetie Bob Kemo, that's professors and him for nkofo and I can say not makeup professors. I mean, they are born in or no count, or no can say everything is cause and effect. Also, leadership is cause, everything else is effect. And I just say only a quote, no, or no near the Adiano Swano, because or no cause here. Until one ahead of economic management team. I join Bobie.
So, I want to me.
Baumia.
I want to me.
Na ono cost no and na the feelings is no in the economy effect na not just ono dey so no na ono so wa boss ono ye the major force or behind this and he is leading the charge nti say Ghana fo na ehun say yamfa ye na nsi form anka say not anymore we get into a worse situation na say Ghana fo na born sama arise Ghana the nti ameka say na say Chromia shit demonstration now arise Ghana a year.
You see, let's take it bit by bit so that people will get it. Let's deal with the issues. You remember the demonstration?
No, I mean, call demonstration. No, me can't ask them. Say time arise Ghana a call Chromia shit demonstration. No, so Ghana for 8 years in some room. The police for Emma who crying and see crying. And then come here, dear. Can't do pempen so away. Yeah. Because Kabana ya threatening your mama Ghana Ednam Kwan Papa so I here IMF. He say you problem here because everybody was set up, and yes, President Vice President wrong road, Finance Minister wrong road. On one MP's cry who say on one number. Now yes, and finance and chair no be so company. Now our penny crime. You know if you work problems no because cost no you need cost now effect need to be the same. Now me like I'm saying, you go in na ewie na say you hu asasena. And the
no, assassin, a dear man, only more we end him. Tell us.
Hey, now, Charlie, assassin is someone who a cathedral, a cathedral,
really?
I'm telling you, there are faceless people behind Ghana. When was Ghana transaction be through? Obi in the be there. When will be there? When will be there? One of us, I'll go will be there. Hey, listen, some may be by the time. Governor and then tell want me resign you because you need 2 feet akunya no so a nyame be pie nyame ote so nyame be pie na idea the cry na say yanka say ono nkwa ho na you say na 2 deputies no so ka ho omo so nko directors no so omo den board directors no omo nko and I think say it is a call in the right direction and say Bank of Ghana governors no call board no so call na say finance minister nko say cost no about 60% esi ho na se ono so ken no ko na se ba mia anko na cost no kase ni si ho and opemu na nkasa so ho I think say the only good thing we can take out of Professor Adai if he wants to be a professor is his statement say leadership is cause and everything else is effect. So if we want the problem completely fixed, we must do what? We must remove the entire cost. That's from opemu to Addison. Because Obeyi Addison or catch a Ghana man now. Say Oyi Nasiru, then the deputy sniffy ho. Because to me any omunye den any juma. Now he wants people who share in his vision and will do as he wants. So this is what Akufo-Addo wanted for Ghana. This is what Bawumia and Akufo-Addo as a ticket of the way wanted for Ghana, for which reason they removed the previous governor and the deputies. He told us. He did not hide it. Akufo-Addo told Google and I said we sound right now. He told Ghanaians that he cannot work with Nasiru and Esiama, and that they should leave, and that he's ready to even pay them their full salary. And he paid them and he made them to retire on their salary by force. Wow. So we are paying for not just one governor. As we sit right now, we are paying for 2 governors. That's Nasiru and Addison. We are paying for deputies. 2 plus 1.
Really?
Yes. Wow. Ghana is paying. Look, Ghana were problems now.
So what's your creating another problem? Running into losses.
And governors in terms of
Yeah.
Hey.
So much as
How much they pay at the same no, so he will stay at home.
So that Akufo-Addo can have his way.
Exactly. Yes. So look, the media must play Akufo-Addo's voice, not my voice saying what Akufo-Addo said. His voice is available. He said, BBI is
to be honest.
So what is happening right now? You cannot extricate Akufo-Addo from it. You cannot extricate Bawumia. You cannot extricate Ken. And so Ghanaians,
so Nasiru Esiama yetuamoka pepepe to say this.
Yes.
But he seemed to know Montrefi Munya because some more retirement in and I want to mean you need.
Kwabena he sem asem.
Also to me dima.
On to me no munya adwuma.
On to me in the macro no.
Exactly.
Thank you. Na adwuma na yake.
Okay.
On to me in the macro no. It's the also say no. That is what Akufo-Addo wanted.
Anyway, Derek
Nti me no me ka go see me can be brave because mpenifo mo ha no. We are too well represented, too much. In fact, the other more other stations are also Parliament so yeah down especially the minority. Especially the minority. The entire say some of the people in the majority in our parliament the course currently as it goes. Now and pay Metro TV I say MP our finance committee no crash. Yebisa no Randy Abi Ebisa na asem no. O say onim hoshe. So the majority MPs no more finance committee, you know. And you say the insem ACA and
which one only more the losses or the
both,
project?
Both. Sesiano as almost set up a new ceiling. Mara ama 5% no. Almost 35% na side. And that government, you know, Bank of Ghana is allowed to print more money in excess of even the 5. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And if you say what is the percentage? Gideon Bako and Randy Bisa and Sassem on the program no. He'll say it's privileged information on to be on I know one council na program end here. Meanwhile, he is economic advisor to Bawumia, who is the head of the economic management team. 7 years okroma. 7 4 years okroma. Hey, Ghana then course no. Ah? Bawumia no yes say or no ohenepon when it comes to economics no. Onim economics o. And wakofa young man are not chain economics. And na sa young man no catch and some phones because Bawumia and nam a friend saying campaign into Bawumia na into me beka or also Bawumia and Bawumia and mano permission so on can it's privileged information. What nonsense? What utter nonsense? Hey, look, Nkofoyi, omuhwe ni yo. Omuhwe ni ye. Na nkwasa sebe ni. And on that chain. Do you know? Charlie with the what is going on in this country? Look, people are dying. People cannot eat. People are suffering. And then they come and tell us this. They will not tell us even national security information. You should be able to share it with Parliament. Parliamentarians are representatives. Then even your own side in Parliament. Hey, not just say, I didn't know. Parliament are representing Yang. Yang the Edimo to say Morani affairs. Moi mon country and seven no. Moi mo pa ma be kan sem ni bi. And seven no so am be kan no. And na mo report about the come Parliament no. What the two NCC so. NCC so. Bank of Ghana now report o. And a Bank of Ghana governor no. That's the head of Bank of Ghana no. Or no statement about kind man press no recently no. NCC so ye dey na to 20 and what is going on? This is not a cover up. It is a very badly managed cover up because everything doesn't match. Nothing matches. And it's not only a share way. Look, every Ghanaian should want us to get to the bottom of this because Ghana egu. It's not about the Bank of Ghana egu. Ghana and Kasa egu. And I don't want us to have a situation where we have a run on the banks, but there are issues with more banks collapsing. And I think it is important that we save those banks. We have seen the few that collapsed and what it's led us to. They are now not blaming Russia, Ukraine. They are not blaming COVID. Do you know what they are blaming now?
What?
DDEP. No. When they created DDEP, no. Domestic debt exchange program, no. And only DDEP, no. When they buy. Oh, me more no matter the acronyms. As a political party.
No, but right now, no. I don't know how they come and complain and accuse the citizens. Why?
Na DDEP no. They say haircut no more must be what was scap equato bank. Na say no ebia what they quote on what the 100 cities na coin. And then say ka 150. Yet me 150 biom. Be ma ebia 50 cities. And no crown spread over everyone said 200 years. And no one this are and she buy. Ghana for that buy. Ghana for the omska ekwato ho no omka say ompesa share. And then share na da ho no and omu ye no ompe. This is fraud. What the fraud no? In fact, how different is this from what Nam1 is did? Nam1, okay, you confess on farm good and brand. I say, Omofa, Omuska Brana, Omunya Bibi, and Fasobu, Anamwa, and almost a Mompany, and we Nam1 is in chain. But the money, even the DTEP now more come. And yet fraud, and yet 4 nights say Nam1 the year. Into one actual. And I depend on the buyer, no, Ogusus one or share white, and I'll back cancer and phone, you are not the Bible quotations at Yamai. Ghana. Look, we are not going to take that anymore. Enough is enough. And I think, say, on the 5th of September, Ghana say we will all go and sit there. If this man doesn't leave in 6 days' time, in 6 days, I saw call. 5th November, September, no, and say Obia because one man now find say, oh, we arise Ghana, Kwabena, and I said, oh, NDC, and I said, look, it is about you.
Yeah, we'll come and talk about the demonstration issues, but listen. Now, this is where Yababe drew Ewo Sa as way home, and Yanko, don't worry, Yanko, and it seems that you baby I am father and fa.
Kora, mami chat for me chair, menu and no for chairman ne, convener ne,
Derek, yeah,
common floor member, Derek. Anyone so I will buy you my boy, my Ghana. Kora, baby, a new man econo. In fact, in semi be any in your papa. In fact, after the meetings be, I'm in the known, say some of the information we have, no, as it were, be a just a decode kakransa. Me yamashime pa, I'm terrified. Penifo amosunte bi wo ha misumi friend ntoma Kwabena de yate no enye hu te said de ewo ho. This country is gone. It's finished. De yate no ne ababedwam no de yate na ehu chen de ababedwam
100 times.
And say we are Ghana near. Also who say we don't have a president. We only have a criminal in the seat of president. They have destroyed this country. To the extent that Kwabena also pese usi dying. Sikana omo bono krampo no. According to Bank of Ghana na nkasa ne nsemo a wo kanwa bedwam no. Opeso o kire say 250 million na omo kan kra no. Omo fancy dan ni nyina nya bibia nwie o.
I see.
O said there are very important enyo bi kra enka ho a sika na omo abo 250 no. Eye adwuma ni te say structures ni bi keke. Na udi umaya bro say ya. When of course sika na approved was 81 million. Send the chairman can. Upejam could do 160 121 and Amodia could do 250. Kwabena, if we could take time na yakwa share appointees apart from the governor say well known by many no yanko share the list of nipa Akufo-Addo do makubu
and you are a board for no?
Yes. Yeah. According to a few investigations my no Kwabena yewo obi a your friend Dr. Maxwell Opoku Aferi yewo obi a your friend Mrs. LC Ado Awazi on a second deputy governor.
Yeah.
Your Dr. Abdul
Oh, a fool, I bet him the to us.
Then
Fatu.
or more that down.
Yeah.
So we share a composition now. Akufo-Addo intentionally looked for criminals.
Why?
Every one of them was just someone who had rehearsed crime.
How?
So when you're criminal, by no stretch of imagination would you commit such a crime.
No, but listen. These are members. Obviously, as a Bank of Ghana board of directors, right?
Yeah.
Which is legal.
There was one already.
Oh, me just sure say NDC by 2009. No. The board of directors are not for Omo Bank of Ghana. No, NDC keep
I'm
you.
talking about the governor, the deputy governor. You know. Obi to say
no, meba.
Omo call retirement.
Meba. Oko retirement emrebe.
Shana nemraso. No ko.
Which year?
In 2001, 2002. In fact, we crowd.
No, 2009 and not 2001.
Where? Kufuor by
2009.
Oka Kufuor na say oka.
No, what's Paul Akwa? Paul Akwa was
Paul Akwa.
Kufuor time.
Oh, free. We see from 2001 to 2008.
Paul Akwa eye adwuma ma Kufuor.
Yes.
NDC.
What's that adwuma ama mills?
How long?
He worked till he retired. Till he retired.
Because
okay.
Bank of Ghana government.
No. We are just getting the record straight. So Polakwa ye Juma Kopem say
yes,
or retire as governor.
Yes. As governor. Oh, Ansah no. Na
just
Kwabena for ena wo ho. Kwabena for retirement. Ansah na Polakwa take over. Enti nanka me di free time and nanka Kwabena for ho and Dan Rollins. Yakufo ba ya. He was not pushed away. Osan yesika kopim da nemre so ya Kufuor yi ni fi odi pa.
NDC ba eno so Polakwa so
ono so tena wa kopim say nemre so ya.
Okay, nti eye kan yerebo na abesesa status quo no.
Yes.
Say wo de you pay but kontra ba bi na memfa governor Embra. Okay, now you have mentioned something. Yeah, to me because we have Mrs. Elsie Ado and in Crawford. Awati ne Adubu ayenom Mrs. Comfort Okran yes.
No
Oh also Charles was $8,000 nibi.
Okay.
Oh so Ojibi. Oh Ojibi. Imani even raised that issue recently, Bentel. So what ya bobo mo dia Dr. Kwame Nyantechi, Jude Kofi Bakna, Professor Eric Osei, SB Mr. Andrew A. Boy Do, any mom kekao. But the point is, me na me ka so kind no obe ma background so way why you say so or what the tendency to commit such crime. But when you don't have anything and say criminals are, I find it a little bit difficult. Unless maybe you can say the SCCC is a criminal matter.
I've always told you that any appointee
who you sue background we say
yes.
Yes,
and I still maintain it.
That
you see, Akufo-Addo will not appoint you if you are not a criminal. I have that as my premise. Say, he is just in to commit crimes. The only reason why Akufo-Addo be Nasiru every ho, Dr. Siam every ho, Akofa this team abeshe ho. Most of them are from data bank. It's only to make sure they rip the nation off.
That is what is happening.
But it's not like Omo a committee.
I will take my time. Look, I will take my time.
Hold on, let's clarify it. But it's not like Omo committed crimes be that you know them to be say we no more our background way. Is that the
Kara? I will take my time.
Yeah.
And then dig every one of them and come and give you what crimes they have ever committed. Okay. Because Akufo-Addo will never put you there if you are not a criminal. I believe so. It's my faith.
From where I sit,
Because you see,
and yes, I disagree with your point, but looking at the professors, the doctors in the.
you don't mention those professors. You just mentioned Obi to say Akwane friend is saying.
Professor.
They say Chinam Kokoro, your friend is saying. Ade. Ade will say Ade. You just mentioned him, and he's a professor. Nyansa Ben Ewunitrim.
Nyansa is different from crime, committing a crime.
Eh, na say unim nyansa na be commit crime. Unim nyansa, unim say enchirima wo ho. Eni kwa say me di me my bone. Eno na efe ni nyansa. If you have buffoons at place, they will always fool. Like they are fooling there. That your friend is saying baboons at the your friend is saying Doyom hono. What are they doing there?
Anyway.
And you know, that is my because here, Kwabena, you remember, say, when it came to ECG and the PDS issue, the only reason why Akufo-Addo wanted ECG to be given to PDS was because there was a criminal syndicate via na Omwa form to hand over that state institution to. And in this one, so we share kwanya Nasiru. Just a fine man, brilliant, unim najuma, as compared to way, yeah, what way. Most of crimes na ekoso on the crampono. For all you know, no, unbenefited much. Benefit your benefit, but not much. Ube komuna the deputy bi. Mate. Obabi. Ya oka ho. Oba no LC no. According to Madam Fubia on me din komo Islam. O say oba no Akufo-Addo ekudonku ya.
I think Elsie, I think she was working with Data Bank.
Oh, all of them, most of them.
I don't know, but I'll
now,
check.
Mr. Medigi Omunyina, they have ever worked with people that I know easily. The reason why I said they are criminals no, is from that background. But I have not taken my time to do that, your friend is saying, personality profiling. No. And I'll do that, as I've always done in the past. But Kwabena, my point, Pan say, a dear Pan, a bit me about man for your friend saying, odi omaya show monsa. Itirimu say, yammo omaika. With just this omo edain kwano, how much? Now, Kwabena, we are discussing 60.81 billion. Billion. Yenu ya okopeg. SA Ghana the whole year no. Yekra oil 54 billion. Oil a de Ghana hebia, including industrial use obia to be koba ye faha ye raha. Intino sa 54 billion no. Say it is sa scannico free when him bi beka o. Nature senka Ghana betimi anya free oil for 1 year. Ghana ni bia uko filling station no so abu na. Enka the whole year no. Enka betimi anya free fuel. Amagana ni bia so ne so de odi igu ni generator mu de odi faha de odi igu ni moto mu okada for trotro drivers, taxi drivers, Uber, Yango, ubia betimi anya fuel e de aye na adwuma ama ne ho aha no. A whole year. Ama ensesa krasa aka. Skana she. O ma wia skana kotu baby.
That's the point.
E di skano e be ye campaign. Ba omiade bi ye campaign, me no ka say odi bi ye campaign. Because he is in charge. The only 3 persons that tell what money we should spend. Baumia, Kenoforiata, any Bank of Ghana governor. These are the 3 entities are almost say in this way. On person Cheska, Sani Pami and Sawe and Chessy in Cheska. Say a person this can be Faha was so on next. See a first cannon Faha, Nipami and Sawe. It is a Sicano. Ayira ni yehudi this kana ya. A B C da.
Kami ba baby say Kwabena if is here wo. First nke your Bank of Ghana din a wo say sunsun wom. What is say Bank of Ghana bokada? Ghana me mentie that say
it's
in one breath who governor who say Bank of Ghana kra no enye institutional e wo say enyamfaso. In another breath we say in the last 2 years or so munyamfaso ema Bank of Ghana nyamfaso pa. That time na okase Bank of Ghana nyamfaso no. So that's that time na Akufo-Addo no mugina abonten say COVID ama o man no aboka ya hu.
The surface on away fine.
And I'm some this woman.
And Bank of Ghana so nyamfaso a sebi ye was stakeholders a omudo musika shareholders a e wo so this anti banks ahodo amu na omu ye adwuma no because you are not there for a business but just to be a regulator.
Kwabena mincha friends minia list wala Bank of Ghana a central Bank of Ghana. That means Ghana buying the whole country your bank no. Mhm. Ya mfa say ampa omunya profit. But if Bank of Ghana makes profit, the profit is for who?
It's for the people of Ghana.
It's for the people of Ghana. So you don't just
and their stakeholders.
Time ma unya profit no. Sa time na wo mo akroya Ministry of Finance ne Bank of Ghana kroya mo see ye deka. Your debt to GDP ratio so huge that that's why the 60 almost 70%. But mutumi kukuru says can somebody ko bibi for bra Ghana de kai money ye na mo pe bom mesia.
Yeah, haircut.
Yeah. Sabi impredia so kwamne. O nanane me nanane ye wo fanom ne a o ma ye adwuma 30 years 60 years abre o mo sika o ma save nketenkete o mo pension. My omo head cut. Do you know how much and what $250 million could have done for these people? I'm sick on special money and so.
Anyway, I'll come back to
demonstration. May the premise need free baby na eye Akufo-Addo tirimu po se obifo majesty obewian wakum no asen no na eni tirimu po se osesa the previous governor no na ode adesen tibon koso ya oye te se ayi a yede remote control na control no zombi no na osesa no na besi ho na wanya kwan ayusu na awia oman ni sika no enko ba bia e wo mo aho enu bi na sisira da party koto ne dem no eye bia ebi wo minister bia dem enu ntino we are sending this signal to the your friend is saying special prosecutor say enye sisira da panko na sika ni bi woni ho enye sisira da pa fo no enko na sika ni bi weden e woni dem minister bia including Akufo-Addo sika ni bi wo mo dem o ma twetwe sika na gu o mo dem John Jinapo your friend say Same Jinapo Abu Jinapo John forgive me wunu ya boni asa wono ebi gu ne dem ni fie bi wo your friend say airport special prosecutor pa omra na me fa ni nkofie osesi esi enko huska o pa omra sesi ai no omra na efa cameras ni achi ni enko John Jinapo fie osesi ya huska ya fa mi ntum
na se we dia me gra mentra wo
me se ma kan Kwabena want me se scan the doors ka be no di begum
no dia kogo hin
me se ai opa om yenko ni fio se ai sika no they have stolen a lot. That's how come they call your bluff anytime, because these are stupid guys who could not have even matched anybody in this country. But because they think they have stolen a lot of money, sir, container polytank kokun boys there be ama hodu your friend saying dan Paris John Jinapo Same Jinapo this guy koku polytank mu Same Jinapo ni kurom ni fia wokosi ye. This is the crime our committee boys no nyina ewu dan Paris kuma mu nyina nipa 5.
Let's go back.
So I want us to understand, say, Yetigan Hana Yesu Tempintin kwa ye e-levy, ye haircut, ye we no. Yesikano, a warm it's with them. ɛno bi na sisi ɛwɔ ne dɛm a yakɔkye no no ɛno bia and every minister has got where sisi kura deɛ ne deɛ esua according to sources no sisi deɛ ne deɛ esua and they are ready to spend to make sure they still are retained in power. Me deɛ nyame ase sɛ asen of akyerɛ Ghana fo nyina nyansa na mesrɛ sɛ wo sɛ yɛbɛba demonstration ne so
na
ansa ne yɛbɛduru hɔ no me deɛ menkoto serɛ ne sɛ moma yɛma yɛ adwen kɔ so sika yɛde yɛ adeɛ yie o ɛnkyɛ yɛ koraa John Muhammad sika kakra bi a ɛkɔ kura ne nsɛm no wɔde ayɛ nneɛma bebree ama Ghanafoɔ anya so mfa so enti kɔpem da sɛbi Ghanafoɔ bɛhu ɔmo sika so mfa so no ɛni kwan sɛ yɛtena baabi sɛ sɛbi yɛyɛ nhwɛhan ahwɛ nipa ama ɔmo asɛe yɛn atete yɛ sika sɛm apansam ɛnɛ wo disika kɔto bank kura na ayɛm hyehyɛw because you don't know the next a year aban betimi aka sɛ oh bank ayiwei yagu no anase bia musika kura gu okra yentimi ntua enne wo a usika da treasury bill no you careful because with treasury bill no aban kwa akɔgye emu besia bie mu wo sa ayi na ai kanofura aka sɛ treasury bills kra no o sa pese okɔbɔ mu besia no ɔbɔ besia ni wie pɛ wo treasury bill no wo sanka I must announce say people must go for their monies because identification haircut by you know. So for Yakufu, whoever thought she was going to be affected no would have been a liar in the past. But has it not happened? I see. Matisse say justice is in the brain waka. Omo ferris on the babontin. Yes. Sir FC no, Sir 7 FC no be brain waka.
Okay. I'll come back to you.
I know Chinku na ni.
Yeah. Merci about but quick one patcho. I already and you ready me movie. I already. Okay. So near can assembly about omo that $8,000 monthly say allowance say salary. I don't know. But just a dubuahin. Eka yes, okay. And it's on Ghana web. Yes, it's on Ghana web. Charles Edubuahin Edgis Kenibi. They claim so.
Yes,
we are contra South Africa. Not knowing say omo this can free and a command. So omo the four kadao. So omo the fa a friend say abobo yao. Mintimi.
South Africa hono onimska wasisa kugu.
Okay. All right. Anyway, nanka me pese me yema amount phone so that it will be like year can once. Me like this is the youth of Ghana should just start disciplining these MPP members. Or more higher agree was treating more. Anyway, so Bernard, now you go to the demonstration. About far raising concerns about the minority approach with the MPP for be. And the so-called neutrals, they tell you, almost a minority no approach. Say Mbobe issue demonstration is reckless. It doesn't make sense. After the so, arise Ghana for the Omuwa Baba Bejim. Apampam Jane for Omudu Omuwa Baba Bejim. Say Omo Ekobi. Now that among us shall see. Busa what to go on street in that day because someone say arise Ghana for kaso mu si kruba almost see the proper police service who say enkwala si proper. However, demonstration no ye approach a baby. If the person decides that I won't resign, I won't go, knowing a Kufuado who he is, hey, trao yan chira wa say yes. What happens? Can you stay in the street for 2 days, 3 days? What is it?
Oh, me that's a baby. Kawedi and Kayase convenient.
No, discussion you and your rice gun until today.
The most important thing is near a woman is near NDC any minority for Omokai. Edifa governor of the Bank of Ghana, ni deputies, and in the board in Inano. Ya yawa arise Ghana. Won say yamba muntem. Yet nasi, and the yanka say yakoshi share. Papers mu, and yake kainuyama mu, and ye drew baby crampono. The first option na nanka chairman eka say yen say neyanko court. Because na proye anyway, you know, dosso. You can't believe that human beings took the decision to do what they are doing.
It's sad, eh?
It's terrible. Now, say, you run this bank with the 77 billion new currency and our printed the government of Bank of Ghana.
Okay, so I have this story, a quick one. Also, profiles of the 10 independent Bank of Ghana directors who allegedly received $8,000 monthly. So you have Charles Adubo and but quick one. Now the 10 independent directors of Bank of Ghana in 2022. Oh, hello. But your screenshot take again. It's okay.
Inti obviously no. Say Osha they printed in excess of 77 billion. Eddie Makeno for that say we should use whatever he wants to do with the money. Bobie, do you now understand? Do you know? See, I say what you say, baby, inflation, nefi. Because too much money chasing no goods. Inflation 43%. No, in fact, it has even come down. So see, I do 43.1%. What you say? Next, they say this was money. Omode Makeno for that, so you could roam in town. Now, who say building kasi air koso. This is where it is coming from. Now, at the end of the day, no. Omwan kasa asori akase o. Ye check yesika na ye de ma government no. Omuntimi ntua ni nyina enti we have written off part of it. 32 billion. Can you imagine that? You print money and you write off 32 billion as bad debt. Nature says 32 billion no. Oh yeah, the amamo enti mwantimi antua ena muntimi ntua nso enti ye de achemo. They just write it off without recourse to Parliament. Bank of Ghana no enye akufado ni fie idea. Worst of all, what?
No, but for Bank of Ghana to write off a year debt, no, unless they seek parliamentary approval.
Obviously, how do you write off a debt because the Bank of Ghana is for Ghana?
I see.
Okako printisi can just say, look, we must know the quantity of money that is in circulation at any given time.
I see.
It is a Bank of Ghana etimi ko printisika without the approval of Parliament. Unfortunately, our Parliament sometimes looks like rubber no crampo yeah.
Cotton stamp.
Rubber no crampo yeah.
Cotton
Be
stamp.
a balloon. Balloon there, you just pop, then it bursts. Our Parliament is so weak. And Sikaya Omudi Ninano, show. Sir, Minum say also what to be. Sir, a presidential candidate that is the anointed star boy of Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
Will be giving delegates to 20,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 or 20,000?
20,000.
20,000.
20,000.
Each.
Each. That is the amount earmarked for each delegate for the super delegates conference. Na super delegates no be wo ha on
Debut the omokwan Saturday.
Saturday.
Momo to say
Me see 20,000.
almost say umbema each delegate
20,000
Ghana cedis, which is 200 million.
Yes. Times in excess of 900 and 900.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
this is not possible.
That is 80 million. I mean, anya sema ye can.
80 million.
Where is the money coming from? What is not possible?
When small bag credit no credit $21,000.
Eh?
Okay.
What are you talking about, Bobie? In a year, can say 80 million on Saturday will go. Yes.
20,000.
But if they can write off 32 million, What is 80 million? You should understand where this is coming from. So, and yes, Sikano, Bank of Ghana, Etnasi Eboka, they calculated what they want to use the money for. So, this is just for their primaries. And first phase of primary, second phase in November. In November, and yes, sir. And no, dear, we don't know how much is going to be spent.
I don't think no more. 6.8 billion.
They understand.
Because
so
is,
so the 60 billion kano amoka se o maboka no. I bet you can be any ho. Na se Ghana fo anya waka. Ni ampeja ye ho. Na yeti ho na yesi daddy we no enya. Enti na minority for omoka say they want to go and occupy the Bank of Ghana. And na yeka say why do we do a parallel thing? Inti yani omo yankoye. And I'm happy that many other civil society organizations have joined. COPEC say omo ka ho. I see. ASEPA eka ho.
We are drivers union nso so afra me
say omo ka ho. Justice for Ghana ye nyina ye ka ho. Arise Ghana ye nyina. Inti the thing has magnified beyond. Say I am minority nkwa asem. Inti ye call police ho anopay.
Yeah.
And then we went and had fruitful discussion in my opinion. Near police for no omo kan no. Ye kire omo say you this police cannot determine where we are going to do our demonstration. That we will never accept. Say ye kwa koye demonstration ni akire mu bebi a ye kwa koye. That is all that the law requires us to do. Ni aka ne say mo bebo mo ho aban na mo akoye adwuma no. But if the Ghana Police Service are telling us they cannot do policing within certain areas, we have to question why they are called police. It means that they are professionally incompetent, inefficient, and without merit. Until you drew a whole and you realize that police no man cash because they know they are professionally competent. And your police in a they omoko jungles are moko kuntokano. They don't even know the topography of the areas they go to keep peace. What about the area you know every day? Ohana yanemo yaninam ayeto kelewele and HOFI. So you know every corner of the place. And yeah, sa roads no ena akufa do ya. He comes to walk around and the police are able to provide the needed security. Inti yane omo kasai. And the regional commander said that they have no qualms whatsoever. And they fought the demonstration and the occupation of the Bank of Ghana on the 5th. Inti on the 5th, yakwakoye. There are many other strategies. Now, the intention was to stay there for a longer period. But, no, we have about 3 different strategies that will be unveiling. And on this day, no, then we'll give the governor some time to reflect. Because President Akufo-Addo says, President Akufo-Addo don't you know?
Oh, you know.
Obeka Chireyen say, why have we forgotten that your mama went to Parliament? And a parliamentarian say, only Wampa, Dr. Wampa, say, okay. So that time, no, the crime of Dr. Wampa was that na CD, no, it drew 4.2 CDs to $1. Bobie, Wampa's crime was that he could not contain the fluctuation of the currency up to 4.2 Ghana cedis to $1. Until now, Obiasi yen. And we are in excess of 12 cedis to the dollar. No one is talking about the removal of the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Inflation under Wampa was less than 15%. And unti yakase yen. Unti John Mama kase mona mokoshe emra and ekase the president cannot remove the governor. Unti se mo pese mimi yi governor na. Odi 1 CD 4.2 cedis to $1 no. Enye Moses Samrano na mama mitumi na mitimi you know. Then Wampa got the message. I insist that nka president now or appointed no.
Yeah.
Nka what power by the law nka obey nedi. So Wampa resigned. Just that Wampa resigned.
I see.
Yes. That is integrity. Or resign here say if my appointing authority says that look, if I had power, I would de-appoint you. In this instant, the appointing authorities.
No, State Inibio. What was his crime?
His crime was that there was $1 to 4.2 Ghana cedis.
And the MPP insisted.
MPP insisted that inflation was less than 15% from single digit. Until the governor was unfit to continue to be in office. in John Mama's response, Okachiro Mose, in Kamiwotumie, in Kamashi Shemra, and Kasa me president mean to me, you know, in Kabai now, no, Miankasa me, you know. John Mama said this openly. And the governor, Dr. Wampa, resigned. And it is not $1 to 4 cities. It is $1 to 12.
Imagine, just to beef up the conversation. Oh, say Wampa or resign on the 29th of March.
Yes.
2016. Now the time best August.
Oh,
So
I'm
a retirement.
Wow.
But just because of what John Mahama said,
yes,
he resigned.
That is integrity.
You understand? Inti ene na se ye nyina ye soon, and it is not even because inflation has gone in excess of 20%, in excess of 30%, in excess of 40%. Enye no krampo ni yesu. Na enye because the cedi has fluctuated and moved beyond 5 cedis, 6 cedis, 7 cedis, 8 cedis, akodu 12 cedis. Enye nunti ene ye ka say few. But those were the only 2 justifications. Say inflation had reached 15%. The cedi was 4.2 to $1. Wampa resigned. And look at where your inflation is, 43.1%. Look at where your currency is.
Even Niger, Mali, Burkina, they are managing their inflation figures.
No, the West is 24%.
Yeah.
All of them. The West is 24%. And look at the form. So baby ayedrunu. So if you look at it from every angle, from the standard that Wampa even set, Addison should have gone long before today.
If he has integrity.
Then you come and mess up. Meaning say obia ay accounted kakra. Almost see maintenance cost of vehicles. It's 131 million. 131 million.
Wow.
For 2022.
131
million.
Now other cars no, cars do
maintenance no.
Say come to a friend say total Land Cruiser back 100 cars.
Yeah, omo na omo chiro yo anya natural.
Yeah.
So maintenance 131 million. After the governor Baba responded to maintenance. Government the Bible responded to maintenance, or see it includes the acquisition of new vehicles. So this is a governor that doesn't know the difference between, that is a governor that doesn't know the difference between an asset and an expenditure. Because recurrent expenditure cannot constitute an asset. Because maintenance of vehicles everywhere, a recurrent expenditure is not an asset. So when you look at it from that, banking supervision. Papa Bobie. Only banking supervision. Banks here mu egunu. Supervising the collapsed bank cost them 359 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
359 million Ghana cedis. Let me see, 359 banking supervision, just going around to check the banks. Say Oba Omo travels, going to in excess of 30 billion, a million Ghana cedis. Now, worst of all, they say the almost see building, I know the American. Now you come and tell us that you are doing this because of earthquake. But we now mimiti. Cantonments 1996-1997. There was an F trauma. Baby Anna meeting, and I'm a name sister. Now a judge. Look, she had twins. When the house started shaking, my sister left the twins on the top and ran out of the yard. And I left the boys' quarters and I was running to go and save the twins. Can you imagine the difference? Or no, I wouldn't mano. Eba said the building was shaking. She forgot that the twins were there. And I ran up. By the time I got there, they were all outside. I went and carried the twins and I ran there and everybody was looking at me. I said, you left boys' quarters, ran into the main building to go and pick twins. Meanwhile, the people who were sitting with the twins left them and ran away. This is what happened. So it is not Bank of Ghana that is at the epicenter of the earthquake. The whole of Accra. Now say musi enunti na mobile yi Bank of Ghana if you are, then you should take off the whole of Accra from here. In fact, the seat of governance doesn't. It's also earthquake prone. Inti enka enunkwa na ya adwen a mode babesi Bank of Ghana foforo na. Enka body cost ankana. We don't have earthquake.
And what the boko
masa ye sorry ani yakofum ni yakodi fufu. Ba ire fufu ni aba. Nothing. We are no work of the other. But by fufu ni yedin wo fuo. I'm talking to you. No. I said come to the farm. Come there. We don't eat it in the house. Take me. Bobie, you could have gone to build it there. The second thing is that you intend to do a West African monetary zone into any year into Ambassador.
Almost see this watching.
Now West African monetary zone.
Would you know when they started?
Africa wants
they printed big boards. So okay.
Yeah.
Echo. They be no sorry. Ghana has met the converging criteria. Okay. It was part of our budget statement. Oh no, my idea. We have met this convergent criteria. Yes, sir. Now President Kufuor who said convergent criteria. You are departed from the criteria. Until you know, Eddie Papa okay baby, boundary do Eddie buy up to date, and that is what we are anticipating. Because of that, you spend our money. So on the 5th. Yes, sorry,
5th ni besi dabe.
5th ni Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
5th of September. Which you want to say September is a very important month for the founding of Ghana.
Yeah.
So 5th of September. Yabasha say FE Parliament.
So arise Ghana ni minority ni other groups.
Other groups ni.
On the 5th ni occupy Bank of Ghana.
No, that be your chance here to go and occupy.
But mobile withdraw.
We are moving from Parliament. Yes, share CFE Parliament. Parliament is the rally point. Including all the members of Parliament that have conscience. All the members of Parliament. Let me say all the members of Parliament that have conscience. Because the Bank of Ghana being insolvent. Master, what it means is that the commercial banks are dead.
Kaput.
And to say, oh, Zikabia or commercial bank, you should be terrified. May say, and if people begin to rush at Absa Bank, say, baby, our banks no say Kodri, ye pay Zika. There's no way Absa Bank would be able to give people their monies.
I see.
Yes.
So
the Bank of Ghana would not be able to support
and the Bank of Ghana is supposed to serve as the lender of last resort to redeem Absa Bank.
And Bank of Ghana is
Bank of Ghana no say no. Oye kumatos. Omo nesika. Omo dika. And na de bia meka say nsuo asa ewopo. Na obisa say enam no omo wahe. Are they not all dead?
All dead?
The Bank of Ghana is in serious debt, and you are asking of the state of commercial banks. If you don't see the crisis, it is the day that you are sick and you go and you want to take money from the bank, and the bank will tell you that they cannot dispense cash. And as if we ABC and then Uncle Rest, I moved out with my wife. Now me pese me man sika kakra non to bibi ma akora. We moved from Lakeside all the way to Starbite at Highway Junction. ATM no Enyejuma.
Wow.
We moved all the way to Boche, where there is a Star Oil there. ATM no Enyejuma. Your movie Ediba Madina. Ebejina the ATMs are not working. You think that it is not deliberate. There's no money. But they can't tell you there's no money. So they will put it as error on the ATMs. That is the beginning.
This is serious, eh?
That is the beginning of the crisis that is coming. When you have a yam, I say yam all the time, and it starts to rot, the best you can do is to cut the rotten part.
One cut the rotten part now, it will spoil the
It will
whole
spoil
yam.
the whole yam. In this instance, we have the central bank that is beginning to rot. And the rot has started with Addison, the 2 deputies, and the board. Say, I'm sure they say, we want to salvage anything. We will be mad, as the likes of Stephen Adai are mad. That's it.
All right, remember Uncle Rex. Kojo Samuel says, keep up the good work. Regina Aloti says, this is ridiculous and heartbreaking. Ghana today. Georgia Atia says, Commander Gabi tweeted on his Twitter handle, Wampa must go. Wampa must go. Simply because dollar, I could say. No, say dollar, I could say, 4 cities. Amuzu says, don't you think MPP protect his people and NDC give up his own? Okay, so Onobusa question, Keke. Sandra Banaf says, hungry people. See, okay, so Sandra, you can insult. Hungry people, you can send messages and insult. But Ada Ubeko banker, you see, you that day, if you are there, what the Beko now, dear Didi.
Important thing is Obian financial image and fear.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can insult, but Ada Obeko Sena your friend say, Mami, former Chief Justice. Say Onuna Jeli Mugabinum.
Exactly.
No say utu memwa yankasasa. Ada eka no. Obetre Belgium bedidi gabi atem so or pin brain
picket ya fe de na ye support no
enti wo de what we did atem minim say we your ba untimi mfa wo body enko ba sha woni di wo do nsa be ya adwuma na wo do nsa ya adwuma do sika akoto na sabe a very rough bi ya o mo brother asesa sika no edi akogu baby now back bank now yes scan that day you appreciate what we are doing here. Okay, so Grace Jones John says MPP never again. We have the Eric here now. Rex convener demonstrations Ghana, for what should we expect on that day?
We are just asking Ghana for say obia oye Ghana ni ba odwene Ghana ho situation a happen or Ghana ho ahokyere a enam sa recklessness yinti aba Ghana no yesika devalue no so we NDC ni we MPP ni we QCP whatever you are account ukoto petrol the same price ukoto aduane ane board the same price. The only people are there cost for Ghana han so we Ghana ni one sorry ama ameta kire me ya ntinte sukoko ankyere saa enkrofo ya. Not just either you are benefiting from the loot or you don't care about your own life or your future or your children's future. It's here until I rise Ghana for mama muhumene so on the 5th of September and apa 8 yenyina yenhia na yemma sebi obia ye na to position of trust bia antia say ye de to not because of say wonim nyansa se Ghana for nyina o eye your friend say adom ene do koto 32 million Ghanaians no obi akufo ado nim nyansa nse ne nyina ana kanofori ata nim nyansa nse ne nyina eti no sawo ya wo bu o man ana se Addison na mu emra ya hyehya to ho no ubu mra ne so a ye nyina Ghana ha de ma ye frɛ se ye nya abodamfo ne se ye drive a udu traffic light ma ye se red so a ye den green so a ko enu ti na ma ye nyina ye di sa mra ne so a e ma ye nya accident but se wo red light ne so na utwam na de car ne boni pa wie na se me be kirekire mu a obia we are not interested in your kirekire mu wabu mra ne so
yeah.
And that is exactly what is going on with Bank of Ghana. It was a boom run back so uchantro bakwana asam uchantro na uchantro because entro bako you need to lie another antro na cover the first intro no. Ebi na make can say one kasa say Bank of Ghana was not set up to make profit. One kasa say some time ago we make profit and you see all this wishy-washy kind of explanation we are not interested. Since me 58 years Menti sa Bank of Ghana bokada.
That
Menti bi da. First time I bet 60.8 billion for Christ's sake. Asika no nya efa hin. Mo wia. Enti Ghana for ye invite obia. Na me ade ba kwa me pese meka na nkrofo hu se sebe yen ayo Rise Ghana for ye nya riffraffs. Sebe u bara be hu akuku damfo a nipa bebre nim. MPP for bebre ka Rise Ghana. Omo tumi show manim. Omo tumi yi omo nim.
Omo se.
Se munim ayen ka kira.
We know them.
Bebre ka Rise Ghana ho but ni omo yi omo nim. Look, eniama akwohwe counties atwa ye ho ahia yi. Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali. These are eniama happen or aman bi so a ye ka oma no tumu a na e makwan e masoja forma atuo.
No, but the course won Niger na Mali no Ghana had no.
It's
west. Ghana is
west.
It's west.
Say Burkina Faso one day. Nearly 60 billion Burkina
Sefa ayra. Just like that.
Hey.
Oh, and yeah, Rise Ghana no. Yeah, basa wa Ghana ha.
Ejabetom.
Enuntina. The only weapon our constitution de ma yen say bibi ba say ya yen protest. Eti Ghana ni bia mra no mekasa. Ukasa wungu, ukasa wankasa o. What is situation ni mu bi? Enti ye invite obia na yen tinte su kokko ye say ade sen ne directors no omon form adwuma to. Simple as that. Because ade na o maye no governor bia nya bi da. Anasa Bank of Ghana board bia enya bi da.
So listen, good is a Ghana for beba. Say, look, I deal with yamping because as usual, me may be a minority, no, leading into no, damn parent no to me only she or no. But how well are Ghanaians prepared? Say, a Rise Ghana demonstration in Koya or Marcos Sabo, Edim Crawford, shame someone to Twabono. Omo di dampare di besi wo street mu amafo betwa.
Kwara mame kan insisu dua se ye bo opono ye bo mepono ye bo Bernard pono chairman obia say no Rise Ghana no akwete se udin a wode namo a amafo kra rate mi fi udin ana no me ne pani bi wo kumase ye adwuma mi se obi tem arise timi twa me na am si save Ghana now. Me say e din list so no do baby a ntimi mo ti me say me din ba ko ya Rise em say Ghana for aboye pono a na Ghana for nti a se em say ya ye din na penifo se abrewache adwaya na osiesie no e free say ye now so say ye de ho baba be dom ye minority for ama omoaye oye kire chencherenche nipa dom a Kwabena, many of them interacting in a day. And I'm sure you also do same. You are just trying to at least play the devil's advocate here this afternoon as if say we your host. Also a member of Arise, you know. Executive member of Arise Ghana, you know. A domine there. In fact, a domine wo pa. Dom. Enra mame penny kakra. Tiene nene enkoma wodi se ne ba edi 38 years the NHS or your ba penny pa.
Yeah.
Also malata. Na obesre se what is say yes ye beye or ye kire na ba ko na ye ba you know ye room malata. You say ba ko ye konima and e koye public outreach no.
Yeah.
I'm say ya malata into malata for hwehwen say ye.
Yes, o mo ka no malamata.
Malamata. Na em say kasa hari na mana malata. Enti no malata for so mo hwen. Who say ayi for the o maton sa frɛ for a very long time.
Community engagement.
Yes. O say ye mai baby a o mo ton force for no. Boat no.
Teba
Ewo if make main market no Rollins Park to do ho.
Oh, okay.
Down for no boat more so say ya ma na so mo abetu your demonstration as your mo bomb ni ma na beba ti omo so omo ton sa frɛ em say ye nua no mo wo ayi de na no ye ko ho ba ye ntimi anko edwanim ko edwan no ye fi say ye be bread do but say de nyame ama ya hoden chairman so nyame aboa no ama ya energy drinks yɛbɛnom ɛde ayɛ adwuma Bernard nso so ɔbɛma yɛn Bernard na aka so ɔde bɛma yɛn ataya sɛ yɛbɛnom ne yɛnya
yɛdua ataya wɔ me fom nea mewɔ me fom na mɛma mo
okay yo yate
ba metumi ama mo nantwie
yo
na mo de ayɛ lai soup
yo yate bɛdanse enti ɛdɔm ne bɛba papaapa Kwabena mpanimfoɔ sɛ account ne ntia na account ebi a obi te baabi na adwene ne sɛ me sika na bank no bi afa John Mahama nya 54 billion Ghana cedis Kwabena ɛno bi na wohu serious edifices a ɛwɔ man mu a ama akɔyɛ sɛ wagye ne din in terms of infrastructure ɛyɛ na ɛnyɛ nwanwa yɛde sika yɛ ade pama ɛso ba ɔmanfoɔ so ɛso ba mfa so ɔma ɔmanfoɔ enti ɛyɛ nyinaa yɛ sika ɔman ne sika ɛnɛ ɛkufoɔ do kaa wabɔ ato ɔman ne hɔ no to cover up and still make that a year ebetumi anya sika ato hɔ no ɛyɛ ade a ɛde papaapa ɛno nti mɛsrɛ Ghana ni bia sɛ beyond minority for no so see yɛmfa nkra we ntu dwa sɛ apart from Arise Ghana ɛne nku ahodo a ɔmo de ɔmo ho aba ba join demonstration ayɛ obi bia ɔyɛ kuo bi ɛwɔ baabia bia ɔyɛ keep fit ɛwɔ baabi ebi a mo wɔ nkuwa nketenkete baabi no matter ekuo bia wo pɛ sɛ ɔbɛ join no spare pass for ne obia mo pɛ sɛ ɔbɛ join taxi ranks taxi drivers Okada Union Association ni sanu manu omu sankofo ni nyina no omu se yemfa ntum anim se bibia ni a mo mesi Arise Ghana for so na yenso so yene mo eni nkita ho na se wo se eni omu nyina ahia na eni omu ahia enti se no Arise Ghana has become almost the welcoming anache ma mema wo awunya announcement nti ekuo bia wo Ghana ha bia opese o ye part of the demonstration bia no yɛbie yɛ ponama so wo hwɛ Arise Ghana wo hwɛ Kwabena Bobie Ansah wo be hu Arise Ghana nti yɛ from of the case so na yeso yɛ de ato enkra frɛ ɛdɔm a ɔmo kra de ebi a ɔmo mɛka yɛn but even so far eku ahodo a yɛnya ɛdɔso papa
yeah
so 21 of them and I think we are good
21 groups
21 different groups apart from Arise Ghana apart from Justice for Ghana, apart from GCPP, apart from PNC, apart from ACP, NPP, mimi jina homa NPP. Aside from omo, any spare parts for any True Drivers Union and some taxi unions, keep fit, and Kofobi Wachimota. Almost also are registered to be part of us. 21 of the list on the list, you know. Will be Biara, will be yeah, we will welcome you now.
Na me busa Bernard you say idea more occupy wa ma de achi so na more kwase aba.
Kwabena, there are so many ways in killing a cat. Send here openi Kwabena J can imrebia or the corner crutch, you know. Bema be dear worship it. Your plan pa dear Ukraine is to demonstrate from now till Yebekwa Twaba and Kadebiani will street him. But your strategies be a yebe only she as and when because o pebo atwabo anomano no ono so pebebe to asi. Oh say minority for year or margin say ombe me akwa demonstration ya na electoral commission they bibia ba say your friend is saying almost their voters limited registration.
Yeah.
Limited registration so no ehun hia papa
ma enti we influences ya quick one me nya nkrasa fisheries commission enra omo warehouse ba kwase condemn yene ora Adoi Alex Ken Nati Public Relations Department, Ghana National Fire Service. Yene ni nkomo. Aga Alex, akwaba. Boko de. Ye de nyame ase. Ye wa ha ne etese nra Fisheries Commission warehouse ba ko eja etomu eye no kre na damage ne te say.
the Master Master and dry na more around 1 o'clock morning and say the Fisheries Commission headquarters in Tempara na station now or more ministries no 2 and a month Ju honum na omoko Ju honum no and now who say a warehouse back one or more store some fishing supplies near a few things in there in Tempara and Crawford engage na Syria is yen take juma in the agrono yen Crawford no more headquarters so a cow join me and Crawford free no and within less than 1 hour no you see me bring this situation no under control.
Okay, fishery staff, sir. Then I will come once. There.
Okay, into no net the and gas cylinders and boxes near a few other supplies that MSF or fishermen no and
how big is the warehouse?
Okay, not a storeroom, not a warehouse actually. Not a storeroom of the sort. Into no, now storeroom no, very close to more administrative block no. Now you do on no. Now a bomb say the best how we can reduce the impact of the fire. And see the end custody and administrative block no. And there was another bigger storeroom now papers, printers, there might be boxes be into now and also what I say. Yeah, my Ejano and spread the alcohol. Into you confine Ejano within one room. Even though said there were some damages, no, what we were able to prevent the fire from spreading, no, you know, another course.
But course no dear bear.
Course no dear. For now, you will say investigation, but it looks like it might have been an electrical fault.
I see.
You know, yes. But as of now, no, we are still following our lead to do the investigation.
Okay. All right. So definitely, when you are done with your investigations, I've been the crow. Alex, yeah, that's very. I cry from that. I mean, yeah, that's very. Okay, so listen, we are back. On the demonstration issues.
Yeah. Enti ya to nsafre edom na wie no so na ye kai amanfo so se penifo se kwachi ade efe na no ye call demonstration no e ye fe papa Kwabena abrewa bi a owo sprinters wa oso onu de oni hwe oye dokono ne dokono ni so boy pa omni tear gas ne ba wie no dokono ne bo ankofo say oye dokono 200 packs abrewa osi oni hwe de ode be boa ne nananom enti me gina Arise Ghana for anemu ne dom nanemu ye chairman ni Kwabena Bobie Ansah so na tie adwamu dom ahodo a omutie ya ebia omusoso ye se otwen wan kodwabo ase na enye ne ngoma e de yan twene akoburu enti eno soso another announcement. The last but not the least how resolved we are in Arise Ghana and together the marriage no ayefe papa me kan asisu dua say minority no yenuanom members of parliament no and then we for best a few weeks ago ba ahokeka omoanya no say yanko so masne a Kwabena du baabi e tan ha betwa omo akama na che say omo ano em se du baabi ano mu hiamoa nipa hiamoa ti say omo ateki lead na ya moa ama sabi omo ani da so te say omo so antimi anya de e wo so omo ya ebe ha adwen ti no me kan se sudua say efine kure wo kan omo a wakan e na wo kan so a wakan omo nti
Sure. But Bernard, my son Brown, with the current economic situation in this country, as we speak now, you say by 1st September, you to in so boom, you to in Kenya a boom. Say, see, I know Casano, the taxes ya amanfo etua wo krom ano ahye rent aye and ekomo ankasa ewo krom ekom ankasa ewo krom. So we are looking at the current economic hardship. Yeah, the ordinary Ghanaian on the street. Ekum.
But you say no dear, okay, naturally say you are giving Akufo-Addo warm water to bath. Into the beer, you can say the economic hardship no edoso ana we a yedri and that former. Na papa no one she anani edge. Because I think that his major stock in trade now say he should inflict pain. He should inflict hardship on the people of Ghana. And to a very large extent, Akufo-Addo is a sadist. Bobie, what's what I say? Akufo-Addo or a sadist. Sadist no or a nipa bia. Your friend is saying, how do you say sadist?
Obia re ho ye nanigye.
Yes. Obia hweo nanigye. Nti bibia ye bia ekase Ghana for nuema enkoye no. Akufo-Addo is very pleased and excited about the current hardship. Otherwise, in this economic difficulty, how is it that PURC ebetimi sorry Akachre say they are coming to increase utility prices? Say okay, say the socialist movement of Ghana.
Yeah.
Any many gender activists. Epeja mo eko parliament say afi de mo kwa kotosare ni 3 part. Ade no nanka. Na 3 cedis. Sesi ano.
That was about how many a month ago?
Yes. And now 3 cedis. Sesi ano it drew 18 cedis.
In some cases 20, 23. Even in Nima that a honey wholesale arena no, it's 23. Bernard Toby ache.
Nancy amen Toby. Because my age man every.
Anyway.
So it's na omodi akodru 18 cities nti omu nyina eko parliament o. And the speaker of parliament eko ka say sanitary pad pa.
Kwabena to be ada.
Sanitary pad.
What ka pampers and sanitary
pad.
Kan ya the way we
see one. Niema use no sanitary pad. Almost say
and I say I will to be.
Me busa say will to be ana because the way
busa Mr. Ansah so to be.
That be to be.
Because me busa Mr. Ansah.
Me what girls? I have my daughters. I have to buy for them. Are the opposite uncle resident? Oh, Davy.
Yaman.
Obviously, no. The cost of living is too high and unbelievable. Now, all of a sudden, electricity, water, Masai atuso. Afe de mo ka kire se nia na yentimi entua no. You are even increasing it. You know, I think that economists na nye ni na ye question aya. Because businesses are collapsing because of electricity and water. So
yeah.
And Mona Moka say yes, we are out of COVID-19 danger. But I know say COVID-19 no. So here be brain in so that we can continue to wash our hands and do what we have to do. And yes, sir. Na ene mo tutu because even in the current prices no nipa be brain to tuya in so bills. Or muntumi tuya your friend is saying electricity. Now that you have gone to increase it again, how are people going to pay? Commander. Yebe yeden etuya.
Adena edin. Edin.
Yebe yeden etuya.
A very tough situation. Very tough.
So obviously, it is a terrible situation for every one of us. Now, one share ebaha and I'm wondering because if you are a business and you cannot pay now, You cannot pay water.
Yeah, it's so close.
You cannot pay electricity because taxes now also already is high. How are you going to pay these further increases? And unti ena ultimately who say people will do everything to cut corners to get electricity. Into a lot of illegal connections now is because we don't think well. In economics, you level your friend saying, the cost of operation for the businessmen. When they are able to operate, they will make profits. When they are able to make profit, their businesses will expand. When their businesses are expanding, government will get revenue. But when their businesses are contracting and shrinking, how do you think that a business that has collapsed will generate taxes for you? So you will keep piling up, your friend is saying, tax assessment on companies, and these companies, many of them have folded up.
Now, Kwabena, asemi aye ken.
I don't know.
Kwabena, asemi aye ken.
And go we are member street.
Bobie, I don't know in America, but that is the painful reality. So when you have a sadist president, na or yet namo catching say enkoya, that is the time they add more pain. And I think that Akufo-Addo is a classic example of a fascist regime.
Abekun Kroma. Okay, so Abraham Abdul Razak. Also, Kwabena, if you say Ekom Ewo Kroma, a understatement. The truth is that we are dying. That is the reality. Chris says, if you don't know that the evil tribalistic MPP is behind the ownership of the men's gold, then you are okay. So it goes on. But Uncle Rex, Yadru Bebia. Last time I heard my younger brother or mine Kwabena or something. Yeah. Me ko play video be so. And that is the argument as you say MPP for no year. And this mama change because eniyama bo no and this intimi mama tete eniyama bo so. But mama what a video we show. Akufo-Addo in 2016. Yankonko tie asma okai.
Ne ba beti petrol so udu also ana petrol boa ana ekoso. Ne ba beti petrol so udu also ana petrol boa ana ekoso. Ne ba beti niama so if say me ba me yafo this one press so grad yafo nya e wa no e den no ni keke 1 cd a ye kan keke 1 cd a ye bia boa ye dey e me yafo to me to be ne ba beti petrol so udu also ana petrol boa ana ekoso ne ba beti niama so if say me ba me yafo this one press so grad yafo nya e wa no e den no ni keke 1 cd a ye kan keke 1 cd a ye bia boa ye dey e me yafo to me to be ne ba beti petrol so udu also ana petrol boa ana ekoso
Akufo-Addo in 2016 na kenke 1 cd ya ne nwanwa say adenti na say kenke ya 1 cd
that now we can say kenke 1 cd na ontiase we are talking about 10 cds 1 cd na okano na Ghana cd
na Ghana cd
add 4 zeros na 10 cds into say okoto kenke baako na you are buying it at 50,000
10 cd no
yes so see kenke baako you 50,000 cds.
That's 5 cds.
That's 5 cds.
Wow. Akufo-Addo so utie ne rhetorics and then the campaign the way we see another. This is a person I want in the team. Oma shed that a planning, a packaging and throw. And na oma hu oma as steady and we say Ghana for ni bebre, you know. Sabi omo ti asem bia no maso just like that. In person may use the word gullible. And so obe packaging trono normal repeating trono over and over and over and over ene Akufo-Addo kuro ya ene dokono kenkena no say 1 cedi no TV that say kenkena 5 cedis. And so part kona ko bisa Akufo-Addo kuro na bisa hwase ma obeka. Obenya semaka aja justify the entity akenke 5 cedis. You see, sadie we na ma enkrofo bebre lose interest in politicians. It's like obetwan tro to get my power. Kwabena adenti na kenkeboa enkodu 5 cedis. If o central banker omu twa sika gum e di value wi sika no a. It you know the value of 1 cedi. Sa time no say akoye ye 100 cedis ya say issue. Say 100 cedis u year. Just say o to bibi kitwa bi na asa. Say so ko restaurant na udidi no anya careful. Wo be we ne de ka bill 100 cedis abrew. 150 100 and just a bibi kitwa bi abeto be bisa say the other time me call some restaurant bi na ye 12 friends say red yeah a friend say gobe
yeah
Satan na ye ko try bi 15 cedis in there say so ko ni gobe ne bro mi anoma bro bill 60 cedis gobe you know this is what is happening kokwa ya toton na nkwanchan ya bo twa bako 5 cedis 3 cedis 5 cedis kokwa ya toton and ye turn 50 pesos wow ade a ekoso ne say de obi kan no enye se ekom wokrum people are dying. Private businesses, especially the SMEs, they are collapsing. Enra, I went to Spintex Road. Na me hwehwe semenya baby omoton forklift. Brand new. I just wanted to know the capacities in there. Spintex Road da udru a ehwa ye chese butu nkrofo ehwa ye bom. Uti say shops ni bebre a amode friends say cars ni na se for ni machine ni ba nyina no say as shop no mu as yemfa ni ma mabi wa say there's something going on in this country, but why sika no a esese turning around a revolve microphone nya bi enam krofo wiai na se be o bisa say if a minister of state it means some millions of dollars any pounds ni ho an de kogu ni dem a it means where you sika na free circulation kogu ni dem it's what just say it affects the economy, because what makes the economy grow is when the money is in the system and air circulating. So we have so many people in government almost takisika almost hodu sika in their bedrooms minubinu almost sia down of villages. I hear a friend say
Oma dagi from
Oma a friend say basement that dagi from a physical cash dia kwa kugu ho.
For what?
It is.
For what?
It's a sign.
Why are they doing that?
It's a sign of unenlightenment.
Why are they doing that?
Greed. Sheer greed. Obia sabi onwe na ntwe da na ntwenam da no akonya brebo or the nsam enu left and right or from what you say. That is what is going on. I know some people are sabi before MPP beba ban mu no. Na sabi o almost rekura no madi.
Enya.
And I say they are just as kind of boo almost so yes a filthy rich. Yes say bia wa ban mu mpo. Ni nua bia damfo bi wo fa si bi na wa ban mu. You know, so something is happening in this country, and that is the reflection. Idea happen on Bank of Ghana is a reflection, is just a tip on the iceberg. Something because Akufo-Addo now a president, you know. Or no one can corruption no jarring. Or you're reckless, or you're lawless, even though you're a lawyer, but you're lawless and reckless. Because I was very, very shocked. Tama Sicilia da pass me by.
Yeah.
I was expecting said the first person I said Masakio was the president. But then one or Chaya Mamamina resign at on time or pay. And Kofoye de Denana Mamina resign. Every assembly. Thank you very much for resigning. My dear CC, I know you'll be exonerated. A president, our minister, our employee, as a South Mexico, say on one sicko, say Mexico, Sisa Cognifi. On one sika, some can say many evidence. You know, so the whole situation is this attitude of materialism, extreme materialism, ain't making sense. enti nipa sika say ya na obedi enti say wote na wo man ma enkwala nya aduane ni nko school sabi uhu obi a woye weka wa brese me tika mu na me hwe so the young girls ebre wa Ghana ka kwan ho ensuo tono na mu eton bibi kitikiti bi because minim say wan ton wa only.
No, but with these issues though, obi beka say it has stayed with us for long. And you go for the buy.
I'm saying say it has become worse. There are certain hustles out there, street life. Nipa bia obia enam starting one or two. What I say? When you are doing something, you live in a country that country gives you hope. Say may struggle, but meaning say may struggle, I'll make a way. And no, it's a positive struggling. But when you are living in a country where hope has taken away from you, you are struggling. No, it's like manya. Just say manya mi nidi, manya mi nim de meye. Opa na mahagana for him. Go to private businesses and see what is happening. Now what your mind muna say, your friend is say, o Bank of Ghana, Central Bank, etumi twa sika gum 77 billion. O Central Bank etumi lose 60.8 billion. Obviously your friend say, enya hwe. Na obi aye din. Because me say Ghana me who say we have a government too. Me who Ghana say we have government too. Any president too. We have a cabal. A cabal penetrated through all sectors and all aspects of our life. Judiciary.
But whatever. The tell me bisa say me Bobie. Me now sorry danka say NDC ye crojing.
No, nobody has said so.
And everything was rosy.
Nobody has said that.
And that then I will never do that. And then that's say ya antitimi.
Yes.
However, me busa minim de ekoso sesio. Ba onim de me nwa say e den obi timi bobra ne ba ne trim say me first ka we de akosie dem. Enye say ya me minister, me opposition we ya mama adwuma na bi amaye na manya so bia be 5% bi and that commission commission we dey enfa saa and eje bia obehwe no 50,000 bi so ya ne dey den no but enipa no say me twasika me nkwaji approval mumma yesika ye nkwaji approval ye diska no wi akwa na koka kire wo mo say sika na ahyegu. However, me the taxes are to almost so knowing that beverages any other name amount for crab and the omo no hanyira no yamutu is not going. Me we are me kwa for baby a friend PFG ye no so mu nwie sika no na mo mfa nko ma mu nwie aduane no mu wia fertilizer ye betam de akoton no Burkina ni aka chom say omo de afrum ponko ene e kat de ko. How onipa dasani be da yes ade na how
I mean my men twa so maw omo pa nsi bibi the Operation Vanguard enipa na yasoma mo se omo cost stop galamsey no in Ghana for any so no yasoma cost stop galamsey but in real sense no mo nkora mo corporate mo kwa mo bo mo god bo mo to be mo nwia mo nyimfiri omo nsem na afi mo protect omo no mo twa na mo je mo share. That is why we never succeeded with Operation first Vanguard. It was not to protect Ghana's interests. It was to make money for them. They used legitimacy to send our security forces to go to the villages and whatever. Almost stop on mass some gold now. After no a deal, you protect them. It is so you need what they are so be okay. No more to go, no more job share. Look, I'm telling you, say, in previous. Obian kase NDC. Because Ghana, our structure as a country, no need a political system, no cannot make anybody crudging. How do people spend to go to parliament? To even qualify for your prime minister, not 5 million Ghana cedis be there. So there's no free lunch anywhere. It will go her as a sort of finding a way. For somebody to become a president of a country, you spend so much money. So I don't know, but we are doing comparison. John Mahama borrowed 54 billion and we saw what he used the money for. Nobody has said John Mahama is an angel. No Ghanaian politician is an angel. Meme to menye angel. What you say? But we are comparing, say, Akufo-Addo has borrowed over 300 billion. He has nothing to show. And the reflection of what is happening in this country tells us what actually the money is being used for. They are stealing the money, stacking the stock, hoarding the money. And he can't say anything because he has become a clearing agent. Sabi, who yes can now invest or Ghana, Mabrunya, Jumani Bikraya. Say Befanisa. But right now they are stock, you see, they are hoarding the money. Almost says cannot their private jet, mom, they are called trouble, baby, That is what is going on. What is the justification of Akufo-Addo renting private jets? Why we have a presidential jet? Why do you think he was doing that?
Anyway, I'll come back to you. So, Senior Alfred Ogbami, I'll join here in the studio. In fact, although pioneer for bro, Akwaba. You watch it. You watch it.
Pacho. Chopa.
Papa.
I'm going to them a cafanti. Maminfa Chopa ma itifo na awonso or Sunday. I catch him danger, me burnt him now. Yeah, you may be a month to member.
Yeah. That's true.
Time counting, I mean, my contribution is there.
Yeah, from Bank of Ghana issues and other economic issues.
I better humble Ghana TCCala. The best case scenario, and this is a lot of partners. As and there, this is a lot of part. Almost all adult life has worked in the public service.
Okay.
From mayor to MP to Minister of State. And Mranzu Chede say public service, especially as an MPR, you are not allowed by law to do any other work. And that if you have to do any other work, you have to go to Parliament and seek permission. Or body that supervises, that will grant you the authority. It has to be written. There, you can be a parliamentarian and work. And they give you permission to that effect. And the parliamentarians are lawyers. And when they be a quarter, he would have sought and gotten that permission. Because the law does not allow you to do any other work. Okay. My church suggests that Cecilia Adepa has no such approval from Parliament to do any other work. Obetumi akachem doko no we do be your on your $1 million. Now, since near even over 200 all a lifer, there's no way Cecilia Adepa, even if Naketrie own Dibia, should have made $1 million. And yet, she had over $1.4 million stolen. On yet, I don't know who. And I thought we away the way we are. And yet, more or it was what was stolen that she never even knew was stolen. Until new crew bear or kohun there. Obetua came to meet there. We were there, Sana warrior operation. Then they begin to look a counter. This is what is shot out of mortar. That should give you an imagination of what she had in her house. Kinda more ni bank accounts only a different. And so far, the media reports there in and out. It was quite substantial. Of course, the lawyers actually Joy FM should apologize. Joy FM said, no way, a pioneer in court. Go to court and claim we defame you. We'll come to court and defend. They haven't sued. It tells me a lot. But Makade, our problem is symptomized by Cecilia Adepa, because mommy part in there. You have public officers who, instead of living by good example, there, you should be saving it in the banking system for it to go around and to help the economy. But ada sabi baby adi agrumpa agru wo bedroom anya mpa agru na wo mpa agru na ebi asho o she mpa agru na ase na wo ti dede pam dede Because when you think of it, and you know the most absurd part of it, what we SKE, and you know, last year, that time, no, the youngest girl now with the 18, said, no, with the 17. Ma was at some court. She went confidently to court, claiming them is me they where we are. And despite advice, she was insisting. And the reason why I say there is symptomatic in there. For her to even have the courage, without realizing that she is a public service office holder, and that there will be legitimate concerns as to the source of this kind of money, because there is no way she could have legitimately made this money. And that is exactly why somebody by no joke or the brother Kwabena there or gold be a Kwabena or the question gold be a no who then no Kwabena it was the year and in by on the Fabre. And you see, for her not to realize the potential, it tells a lot. And I say it's also symptomatic because you see, if you realize the Attorney General is the advisor or the mayor, you realize an Attorney General was cooking an excuse for her. There's a kind of eventually, what would that assembly they departed from that position? Sure? Like legendary Rexoma. American legendary Sebi. But what would you say? Now, I mean, this was it's still a great musician, and I'm happy with his media contributions. Okay, look, problem here one year in there. On your day, John Mahama or his administration was made up of angels. No, but he saw a leader who made a conscious and deliberate decision. There, obey Odoniman, obey more older ya or man betumpon. Entry obey you are on him do be recorded now carry oh mamma me dream. Policy is the me better $1 million may jai. Shamoke yo also on your $1 million. Honestly, she would go to other things and leave. When you 1.4 from $1.4 million, but you also own your more. And that lady was kicked out. In that, most people feel that John Mama was wrong in doing so. I say he was right. Because surgery woman who you must set up, you must live by certain standards.
Yeah.
A public service must be by certain standards.
Yeah.
And if you fail to implement the kind of standards you have the kind of resource unfortunately President Akufo-Addo Enye. Mekai 2017.
Yeah.
I was on Newsfile. It was I think 24th or 23rd December, end of year program. And downtime no wake cash for seats. Asamnaba. And the president made a declaration though, no duty 1 year, one song, the report will come out, or like it will be claimed. And I said, the president was making a mistake. In as much as loyalty matters, when you're a leader, what matters more is the loyalty of your people to you. Your loyalty to them must be expressed in certain lights. Now, then you go clearing them. At that time, President Kade wire investigation, BNI. Now, only 10 people paid for cash for seats. I was on that program with Kwekubaku. Ace was on that section of the program. Former Shraj Commissioner Emil Short was also on that same day program. And I remember the report was read. The BNI report on 10, NIPA 10. And the president he feels there was nothing wrong with the Parliament nevertheless went ahead.
Yeah.
Because in the end, the majority had a different report, which they schemed to make sure that only more President Akan would tally, and the minority had a report. But most people have forgotten. Even the majority MPP report came to the conclusion that 17 people had paid. The president said 10.
Can you imagine?
The president BNI report said 10.
Meanwhile, committee
parliamentary report now MPP full what they know what it one. What's 17?
Senpai.
And I had won. But you remember say Akufo-Addo Akofa parties ka na ohininto committee report no mo kofa Joe Wise over
so no some counter report.
You see?
So
what happened in there? Right from there, I think the president started mortgaging his own ability to rein in his team. Because all he needed to do near there, wait until anybody the opposition you could state. But you see, the president had a position of Obianyim right now. What led to the position of often clear predicting the decision ahead of time for the committee and whoever is investigating to be whipped to fall in line. That has been his style. Every style has a certain weakness. Jomama's style was different because he tried as much as possible to live by the books and to try as much as possible. You look at the public interest, you look at the political interest, and go by it. And I think that I pray that the NDC will still live by that example because what has happened in there? Look, I fear for this country. The standards have been sunk so low. So low.
Too bad.
And everything has become so justifiable. Cecilia, look at the kind of reason. You had a year. Bob Malekran a year, no, Bob Malempo, Sabi Asanti, Hinini Mamimpo. A year, what's a year in Sawa? Wabono. Ni papa, ni the family had a heirloom, no woko toy. You think of all these things, and it's the same thing they've transferred onto the Bank of Ghana thing. You had a governor who's created the most mess by any governor in the history of this country. Ebin Zida. Opoka 60 billion. Epede ewu 60 billion ah. Joma Masika ojini nyina odi ye Accra, Seko Dubai, Terminal 3. Modi ye nyina it was 54. Less than Afiba Akun. Near governor of Bank of Ghana say. If you want to see the magnitude that is what we are talking of. Sika Joma Meji nya busia po no mukana ye sebi ye see na ye no sebi tafrate teni whatever insults. Onumpo sebisa obetumi a chel de ebinesi we. Onsu sika governor of the Bank of Ghana afikro onya 7 years 4 years today John Mama dino within a year single year because since you wasted spend the following year then you are going higher. You wasted that in a single year. Cost loss of value of our stake in terms of equity in the bank. Violated negative. So I say, si can say you a sky the share company nimu a 100% shares are. Or no, when sincere mananka 40, or sincere under none or started or negative, or quasi. We came about zero. Then it started going negative.
Or they are share reverse.
Into after crown never do zero. Answer they are share reverse. Reverse negative. Reverse qualify share. Or the share reverse no call half of the reverse. And yet it doesn't have this decency of mind
to just
stay
walk
there.
away.
There comes a time when one must walk away and set a certain moral standard. Even if man shada and I may and where there
but I see what me
pencil. Even if Sabi
man
shada.
But I see what me pencil.
Saying, see, me pension. I want to take the moral ground and say that let me walk off, get somebody to continue.
But you see, the other side of the argument is that if he walks away, then why be any? To another thinking, no.
Yeah, but
so let me stay and defend.
You can stay. You can't defend. It doesn't make sense. Look at defense. Okay, once we see Bank of Ghana do a profit, then you will say, oh, yeah, I feel we 1.4 million profit, 1.5.
It will catch us higher.
It wouldn't say yes, it's move profit. Then why are you telling us the profit? And you see profit now for say you see the 60 billion loss. It is so insignificant.
It ain't mean concerned that.
Yeah. No, so why do you even go there? You are talking of Nkofua. Sika for maintenance of cars alone. At me talk pickups more than 80. Me see pickups V8.
More than 100.
More than 100. V8. Top class V8. And you are talking of staff level of just 2,200 and something. And yet they all can know this is the staff. Few people. Ansah and Sebi. No printing is Kano. They are sitting on it. They have been given independence, some level of independence by the constitution. And Sebi, minister is spending 2 years, boom, boom. And in Kofu beside Neskano, did you even see or feel the money in the system? You are talking of a beer on him. He knew what was causing the inflation at the time we were complaining. He knew they were printing more money into the system. They've ordered some, and therefore more money was chasing fewer goods, causing inflation. Serious running inflation here won't be that more than 40 years. He knew. And yes, it was every monetary, making cards. If he was solving a problem, he knew what the problem was. Yes. And even when we're catching there, this is what you've done. I don't go and go. No, actually, wonder part when you more worker, do I issue press releases? Now we all know all those statements were false. What moral authority do you have to carry on?
So, with your explanation, I'm tempted to believe that even Omo report no the bab on tenua exposes anima way no. Even almost suppresses
that is actually the best report they could put up. But this is the worst.
Almost
suppresses. This is the most sanitized report.
Yeah.
It's the most sanitized report. The best they could do.
So the worst is there that we don't know.
Yes. Now, there are even disparities between the press conference he had in Nida. The press conference he issued, the figures he released, as against the figures of their report, there are disparities.
Yeah, that's true.
Various disparities.
So why is Harrison doing that to himself?
Now, there was a time when he wanted to resign also.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I had very strong. He at the point that I wanted to go.
Kwabena, why are you asking this question? Nasiru.
Sorry.
Kwatranche, meet you out. Only a friend says,
I'll pay all, yes. I'll pay all your severance.
I'm bringing my own.
Scanner at now, I made the bed and 16. I'll calculate. We call it 7. Never call.
Nafako, na me met you, the Miami governor bar on the met me in a juma.
Because it's me.
That is what he did.
You say, I do one, mother. And to be frank with you, I sometimes look. I must say this. I never wished MPP to fail. Never in my life.
Oh, if they fail, we fail.
Exactly.
If they fail, Ghana fail.
That was my exactly.
If they fail, we fail.
I actually thought there.
Look, Minya, Eduka has me free tema eba adwuma ena me yi 100 cities etimi feel me car.
You want to be happy?
Well, I'll be happy.
Because then what it means.
So why should I present a Kufaru should fail?
I've never said this in public. Sometimes I may criticize Akufo-Addo, I feel pain in my heart because the Nana Akufo-Addo that I knew, now me koni fear.
Really?
Me koni fear was a friend say, Rich. Me koni fear was East Legon.
Yeah.
I never, ever in my wildest dream thought Senana ever disappointed Ghana this way. Never. It is a mission. What is going on?
What am I seeing?
Because the Nana Akufo-Addo the way. Look, honestly speaking.
Anyway,
it's so sad because it's been one. Like I'm saying, I was expecting the truth of the matter in there. Elevate the standards before you. So come and do better than your mama. So what it means is that the next stage of the election will be about higher competition.
You raise the bar.
Yeah. And that is how society is developed.
Because Osha President Kufuor Obeyebi Opejemu.
Masa, he wasn't perfect. He came to do
what he can.
Then
Osha
came and took out, this
or some calmness people system exactly. We can see say leadership with respect obuaman for no
and there is this distributive process there and he tried to kill it. He improved it a bit.
Then John Mama came in infrastructure opeja no.
Despite all the propaganda we gonna for Wayebi. But as of now Masa Kroma yes
talk about the justice system.
Look, you have a judiciary that is so. Most people believe it's so compromised there. You can easily predict. And to my surprise, why when you're there, where you Supreme Court even knows there were unanimous service.
Oh yes.
All of a sudden, you have a Supreme Court, for example, where dissent in Chenkatitino, you read the judgment, you read the dissent. Those who dissented,
yes.
And sometimes you actually like Riakoto and those cases are where those who dissented at the time of the judgment, their judgment became celebratory over the years because
exactly.
The majority side. All of a sudden, the policies
because
so you need unanimous
because they've been threatened.
As if they don't have differences in mind. So we concur.
As if they sleep together and think together.
But even in thinking together, there are even law cases where the majority are together, there are differences in their thinking and thoughts and holdings on certain issues. Even election petition 2013. You read. You realize that maybe 5 on this one it was 5-3, on this one it was this number, on this because there are variations.
Yes.
And it is these different thought processes, different thinking processes.
And that is what the law students usually see. They pick opinions and other friends comments are ever.
One of the most celebrated juries all over the world.
Your statute. You are called for black law dictionary judgment. Now, open dissent one.
Black for dictionary. Look, Lord Denny, one of the most celebrated juries in the world. What happened? Most where he was on the minority, rulings no man became over years became the most celebrated, became the majority opinion because they were solid. So he had cause to believe in Walter. Over time vindicated him, and you want to encourage the judiciary to be exposing this kind of different thoughts, different knowledges, and but all of a sudden there's a new principle. Unanimous decision. Now, when one person write the opinion for all the 7 judges, even in the unanimity, there can be differences in opinion. Well, you'll be dragged to the Supreme Court and punished. Look, for the Bank of Ghana and Samsamidi, I'm convinced beyond reasonable doubt. But let me even use this example. Some of the best buildings, dollar on your CDO, dollar appreciates most of the time.
And drop it, sir.
And drop. And indeed, that is why most people convert currencies into it as a safer currency to guard against inflation. Because the currency in there, what 10 cities 3 months ago could buy, in order to talk. But if you have the $10, the value is likely to go up. So even if you are going to lose something, it's just going to be marginal. Some of the most fantastic buildings in this country, $10 million, $12 million. The most expensive, which is also supposed to be a bank, is a bank, international bank, Eco Bank. One building, and it's a glass.
That a vice president building, no, say. Okay, you.
But the most expensive, which is Eco Bank bank building, what the same area where Bank of Ghana are going to build their headquarters. No, it's supposed to be 60. Then we decided there, you can see new bank. The contract 87. According to the governor yesterday, there is the revision is 120 something. Forgotten exact 126. But if you do the calculation per the square meter and the cost, it's over 260.
Let me read this to you. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has expressed shock after finding out that the official residence under construction for the country's vice president will cost the country a whopping $13.9 million.
Okay. He was shocked about
it. Yeah, shocked.
And as the chairman of the economic management team, he decided, and with the governor there, they will spend $250 million US. $250 million US.
Wait, 13 was sitting where you didn't say, Ghana.
Over a quarter of $1 billion US. Yes. Yeah. $250 million is 250.
250. Yeah. Even the $15 million net that's no crown. Ukofa vice president build na and Bruno. Because 13.
And you see the most salient thing, that shocking thing in there. It never struck any of these people that $250 million ni assembly ekeno. Yeah. Saglemi. For all thousands of people here in Kofi,
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. One single building with less in terms of sophistication, security than the EcoBank building. Per one hour share the what is it? What they have something engineers call
dimensions.
Not the dimensions that Nyema what the calculations that Nyema quantity surveys and assessment is a undo
QX.
But bro, and it never struck anybody. There, Massa, you pay it in poor.
Easy
on your say. But why am I shocked? Why am I not shocked? Your memoir. I think I could take cathedral. Coca cathedral, 100 million. 100 million, 150. 200.
Oh,
300.
Oh, Munya.
400. 500. You see, some of the things it defy Massa. You ask yourself, what is happening?
It defies the law of gravity.
You see, and this is just for the meanwhile the compensation. You want now then we are going over $1 billion US.
Yeah.
Compensation for $1 billion.
Yes, we are going over almost to $1 billion US.
Yeah.
You ask yourself,
now,
what is happening?
A movie judges from that site or more buying private residences a month. Yeah, no problem.
And people say, look, if you want to build even a cathedral, policy making and policy implementation can be used as a development tool. And indeed, that is what is used all over the world.
Exactly.
So why don't you earmark a beer, say mountain beer, and use that as a leverage to develop
that area?
That area. It's what we do here. You could put down, you could sit in the end, you know. You two tokro.
Senior.
The most expensive, the most expensive in the world.
Can I ask you a question? Meanwhile, Juma Kakra from Hello FM time. And I quite remember those days. Muba Kumasi, you, Kwame Sefakai, sometimes Baby Ansah, Kwesi Pratt, Ama Benyado. And that time now, I know, say, you are somehow close to Akufo-Addo. You know him.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm for ya munyina mudi agro tipen.
That's a fact. And
that time now, who believe we say on your opportunity or the eba be drew baby I drew, and I say now believe in his capabilities.
No, you see, let me be very truthful.
Yeah.
I knew Akufo-Addo, but I wasn't as close to him like Kweku and Kwesi.
Okay.
But I was close to his family members.
Yeah.
And I believe in certain principles and in the crowd up to now. For example, most people don't know. One of the reasons why I went to apologize to Professor Mills over the story now about his health, it was because on Peace FM I had a position that I don't deal with health issues of people unless that health issue will incapacitate the person from performing the function. So my paper, I had that position on that program. I mean, my reporter, then editor, is the editor today of the Ghanaian Observer. All this story in the woman in my absence. Maybe I got furious. I had a call from Uncle Atu. I said, "Oh, Alfred, I was not why, Mr. Uncle Atu, please arrange. I want to go and apologize to Prof." At that time, now people have done the story. Everybody was insisting on defending. I said, "I want to defend this story publicly. This is my position. This is my paper. I want to defend it." So I called Uncle Atu, called Babu, called Prof. Prof said, "Are you sure you come?" I said, "Oh, I'm coming." Then Mukwe Koku was there, Segbefia, Ayariga, apologize became an issue. The point I'm making is that there are certain principles I try to live by. I'm not perfect. And on some issues I defended Akufo-Addo because I believe in those things. And even today, those kind of things. I still, even today, if you raise it, I'm telling you, I'll defend it because it's principle. But if I tell you that in my wildest of thoughts, my worst of dreams, even at that time, there. I'm one of
no, I know you. You're not even
alcohol. Maybe I have my hands here. I say, but maybe our mom cocaine at that time. I begin there. I would have believed that the current president would say KSU, and I never would have thought so. Not in my life. But then, when it started, and one of those people who tried to get to friends, and look, I think bad precedence examples have been set. You know, in initial stages, sometimes some of these things get done because people are angry, but I expected that. And you see, it started from so many issues to the way they decided to collapse banks. And it was obvious to me that there was a certain level of pettiness, targeting, without examining the overall effect. Let me give you an example. Before, I happened to have met him, discussed a few things with him. And next I realized that Oya Santiniya, the very first day of bank crime, was to pass through Accra to go to America. From a Kumasi village somewhere.
It's so sad.
He didn't even come from
Very
Kumasi.
Interestingly, our time is up.
Oh, gee. We
are about to enjoy the show.
some other time.
From this point, can we do this tomorrow?
Mommy, I know that you are the way, but
yes.
I think I want to make more regular. Let's look at another.
It's so unfortunate.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show on Benya FM. Me pacho mami winners no. Bobie wa Ghana ACD. And maka asem we say. Bobie Ansah. I wish say Orajo Mahama your opportunity no. Na ose obe repeat and no mistakes here. Orajo Mahama on funny easy. Me sorry my cousin we 8 years. Me now for nyame adom me ra nkran me ni mobia for whatever reason. JM saw me and he liked me. Introduced me to Professor Mills. Professor Mills for me just one day and it's like, "Whoa, young man. Me whom penny fontem." But 8 years, I never walked to any office. Me afraid office gra man called that. And this Nibian when you appoint where I say Bobie ba office. But now me okay because at least with me move around. I am me businesses in kakra. Now me very content. To me sorry say me ko press mame contract and now mame BB. Into at least say your environment is serene. Your boy a homodin, your brie mo journey, your juma, medidi. All that we want is a good governance. List over, it will shock you people. I have discussed politics with him. Just create an environment. Adie bi a me no, metimi a flourish. That is the reason why we sit here. Not because we hate, not because we don't like somebody's face, not because we've been here will be time. No. But create an environment. You talk to businessmen, MPP businessmen, they tell you, Kwabena, somebody called me from Kumasi today, or the same chairman. Made me a show poultry farmers, a young support to a Kufuadua. And then on poultry farm negu, and this is time on poultry farm manaso. So when we come here and we talk simply because your person money AAE. We are grateful for your time. At therefore, hope we'll continue it another day. Hello. 500 mewa.
My fan of form.
Bakade.
My fan of form.
Adam.
But Thomas 3 times cry, and then I 4th time.
No, but you see, 555, 20 cities. 20 cities no the 500 now.
Oh, my fan of form.
Boko.
Enye
better. All right, thank you. I congrats. Yeah, that's it. Mame Kofa, another winner on the line. Hello. Pacha Frose.
My friend Benjamin Saka.
Saka. Because was Benjamin Saka. Mzeni nga Saka the fast.
My fan of form.
What for the form?
Oh, Bobie.
Allah. What for the form?
My fan of form. I said, sorry, no, you didn't cancel for no.
Ensro. Ya sorry so.
Me say na preach pa.
So, who preach pa? Mayor branch pastor. What?
Anka minya dik na anka mi pe.
Me de be ma. Ya tira me. O de here say tira ya parish a be area ho a botai hia. Ye be ba ho, ye be sira so ama mo. Why? That's it. All right, so that's it. But me fa another winner. Omia 4 2 academfa. Hey, any Heart Builders Real Estate Simen Kache Ghana for say omaba and Sasun Jumadie. Quick credit, you don't must papa. Give us Herbal Center. When we break. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ye gajo. O post in your draw in boost a Herbal Messano and on the top choco. Hey, you don't must say. Mesramo. at least what try your Kwabena birthday me produce your Kwabena Ghana for mamun yesa diamondi be ban mo fam rantem ne wa hwa do abodua obodua be ka obia efie ha alaja gogo we de miawani na echeri bibi da o pesa
Hey, say, dear, Mako, who Greenfield Scientific back in the